Yeah. Can I take a quick photo of you?
Step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, you beautiful souls.
A very good morning. It is Thursday. Can you believe it?
Have you figured out what day of the month it is?
I had to figure out it's the 28th today.
It is the 28th. You could be forgiven. I thought maybe the 26th, but it's the 28th. Where is this month? Where is this year going? It's crazy. Well, you don't have to think about any of that. Just think about the morning, the next 3 hours, what you're going to be doing. And man, are we going to squeeze as much in as we can. This morning, it's all about enhancing your home.
That's right. From finding the beauty in the Samsung frame TV
It really is
to
funky.
experimenting with geometric wall pattern techniques in your home, we have all of the tips, all of the tricks that you need to make your home just that more exciting. And I think for me, being a person now nesting, this is perfect. This is I'm
put
here
it out
for
there,
all
girl.
the info.
While you can, try some geometric shapes. Do something a little bit different. I feel like we've been building towards this.
Yeah.
We've been doing little bits here, a little bit of bold color there, maybe a bit of print here, some flowers or some plants inside here. Put it all together this morning and transform your living space. And we'll hopefully transform your lives just a little bit and have a little bit of fun with you this morning. And we're going to connect with everyone's favorite uncle. He's here, fresh from the braai, along with his beautiful co-presenter this morning. Good morning, gang.
Hello, my boy.
Hello.
Hey, how are you, my boy? Are you good?
Is it the shirt?
I think it's
Is
the
it
shirt, man.
It's the open.
It's a relax, get into the summer feels and that sort of thing. I like it. I really like it. It's beautiful. Hi, Jamie Domberg.
Hi, Colway.
It's
How
so good
are
to
you? How are you?
This uncle's feeling lekker. I'm telling you that much. It's going to be great today.
It's going to be great. It's going to be an explosive show because next week is actually Guy Fawkes. So we are asking you on social media, how do you feel about the activities that is that is obviously associated with Guy Fawkes? What about you, sir?
I think that
Uncle
while
Paul,
I
how
love
do
the
you feel?
spectacle, I think about my good old animals, man. I got 4 Boston Terriers at home, and they are very, very sensitive to noises. So, I mean, if there's a way of just seeing the spectacle in the sky having it be environmentally friendly and safe on the animals, I'd say it's cool. But otherwise, I think that anything that's kind of a symbolism of freedom is cool for me. But as long as it doesn't impede on other people and obviously beings' freedom like animals. But that's just me. We want to hear from you on the Expresso Facebook page, and we're going to get ready for a firework of a show, I can tell you.
Yes.
There'll be no lack of entertainment today. I can tell you that much. Letting you know.
Zoe Brown is standing by with his news headlines right now. I'll get into... Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is lekker.
Is it lekker?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Thank you, team. I'll start with national headlines. While South Africans had to deal with stage 4 load shedding yesterday, Eskom hoped to return about 2,000 megawatts of power to the grid overnight, allowing the load shedding system back on level 3. Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan and Eskom CEO Andre de Ruyter last night said that by tomorrow, a few more thousand megawatts are expected back on the system, resulting in a likely downgrade to stage 2. Gordhan repeatedly gave the assurance that unless an unexpected event occurs, there will not be load shedding going into elections on Monday. And some 10,000 soldiers will be deployed to safeguard next week's local government elections. President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday told Parliament that the soldiers will be deployed in partnership with police for the establishment of a safe and secure environment on voting day. The deployment is from Saturday to Wednesday and is expected to cost some 47 million rand. Defence Minister Thandi Modise earlier said police would be deployed at all voting stations and the result centres, with Defence Force members on standby should a need arise. Moving to news beyond our own borders, residents of Nigeria's Benin City are eagerly awaiting the return of a priceless artifact, a statue of a bronze cockerel known as the Ukukur. Now, it was looted in British colonial forces in 1897 and donated to Cambridge University's Jesus College in 1905 by a father of a student. The master of the college yesterday described the return of the looted bronze cockerel to representatives of Nigeria as a momentous occasion. A decision for it to be returned was made in 2019. And several key figures will not personally attend the United Nations COP26 climate summit in Glasgow, mainly due to COVID-19. The summit begins on Sunday. President Cyril Ramaphosa will be absent because of the local government elections on Monday. The Chinese leader, President Xi Jinping, will attend via video link. The same applies to Russian President Vladimir Putin, and Queen Elizabeth has withdrawn on doctor's orders. A recording of her message will be played to delegates. Pope Francis will also deliver a speech via video link. And next, a wonderful conservation story from China. Now, if you have a population of the world's most endangered tigers in your country, what's the best way to ensure that your grandchildren will be able to see them in the wild? A national park twice the size of Yellowstone National Park in the US is a great place to start. Here will be the Chinese Year of the Tiger, and the world efforts to double the number of tigers in the wild have some quite close to succeeding, with China, India, Nepal, Russia, and even Myanmar and Malaysia all experiencing growth in the number of tigers. Well, on that happy note, that's where I leave your morning headlines for now. Here's a first look at the world of sport with Graham.
From a tiger to 3 lions, England raced to a second successive victory at the T20 World Cup with an 8-wicket thumping of Bangladesh in what was the two nations' first ever meeting, in fact, in the shortest format of the game, surprisingly enough. The opening batsman, Jason Roy, smashed 61 of just 38 balls as England romped their way to victory to a target of 125 in 14.1 overs in their Super 12 clash. Left arm quick Tamil Mills, and he took 3 wickets, while spinners Moeen Ali and Liam Livingstone also weighed in, taking 2 wickets each to help restrict Bangladesh to that 124 for 9. Owen Morgan's men now top Group 1 with 2 big wins after a 6-wicket thrashing of holders West Indies in their opening fixture. Now we turn to football. Adelaide United player Josh Cavallo has come out as gay, making him the world's only current openly gay male top top-flight professional footballer. Cavallo made the announcement in a video and open letter on social media. The A-League star said he was finally comfortable speaking out and hopes that opening up about his sexuality will inspire others who are struggling at the moment. The midfielder has received an overwhelming response since the video was posted and was on the club's official Twitter page on Wednesday, with many praising the youngster for his courage. Now on to rugby. What could have been possibly a revolutionary 12-a-side competition planned for next year appears to have been killed off by World Rugby. So the World 12s was launched in September, with organisers pledging to generate £250 million of income to the game. Well, after consultation with stakeholders, World Rugby have said they do not wish to explore the concept further at this time. Reports in the UK suggest that a World Rugby spokesperson said the sport's priority was advancing discussions on a harmonious annual international calendar backed by World Rugby's World Cup winning coaches, in fact, Steve Hansen and Jake White. The World 12s hoped to launch next August in rugby's equivalent of what would be the Indian Premier League. Now, on to athletics. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce says she is still on the top of her game at the age of 34, and after running the third fastest 100 meters of all time in August, the Jamaican sprinter is certainly keeping her options open ahead of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Fraser-Pryce, the Beijing and London 100-meter champion, won gold in the 4x100-meter relay and silver in the 100 meters at the Tokyo Games, taking her collection to 8 Olympic medals now. The Jamaican had initially thought Paris would be out of reach, but said her form this year showed that she had quite a lot more left in the tank. Well, we'll certainly watch that very closely. That's where we leave our sport for this hour. Let's get a global weather perspective and see what the temperatures have in store here in SA.
Thank you so much, G, for that sports update. I start with very interesting news for your weather update. Now, an earth tremor was recorded on the East Rand, mainly in Boksburg and environs, just after 11 o'clock yesterday morning. Described as a minor incident, it totaled 3.1 on the Richter scale and only lasted for a few seconds. Although not powerful enough to be classed as an official earthquake, it's reported that the foundations of some properties were shaken for a few seconds. The epicenter was traced to the eastern suburbs of Johannesburg, and the shock waves were felt as far away as Germiston. No damage or casualties have been reported as a result of this seismic activity. However, Johannesburg and its surrounding areas are no strangers to an occasional tremor. While the city, of course, very rarely falls victim to an earthquake, which is anything recorded at 4.0 or more on the Richter scale, these lighter versions are at times enough to keep the locals spooked. Gauteng is one of South Africa's most geologically active areas. Gauteng will not be seeing me anytime soon. However, next we move from geological news below ground as we turn our gaze to the skies, showcasing some of the stunning sunrise photos shared on the Expresso Facebook page. David Abram Masamola sent greetings to us from a farm in Skarpkraal, Philippi. What a bright and also beautiful shot as the day begins on this Thursday. Another one came through from Razin Pandi from Gqeberha, who captured this gorgeous silhouetted image showing off some beautiful hues of yellow and orange just as the sky begins to lighten. We absolutely love seeing how you guys start your day. But of course, right now, let me get you up to date with what you can expect with regards to the temperatures for today. For you, Polokwane, it is a low of 14 that will peak at 21. If you do find yourself in Umbombela, do expect partly cloudy conditions that will range from 15 to 21. Pretoria, 56% chance of rain coming your way with a low of 14. That will peak at 22, as well as Johannesburg, 60% chance of rain today with a low of 13 and a high of 20. Mahikeng, also rain coming your way that will range from 15 to 21, as well as Klerksdorp as well, ranging from 16 to 21 as well. Kimberley, thunder showers coming your way with a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 23, as well as Bloemfontein, thunder showers also expected for you, ranging from 14 to 21. Richards Bay, for you, it is a low of 17 and a high of 23, as well as Pietermaritzburg can be found with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 23. South Africa's playground at Durban, do expect a low of 19 today that will peak at 23. For you, Mthatha, it is 16-24, East London 18-24, and then Craddock can be seen with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 27. Rebecca, for you it is 18.25. George can be found with a low of 14 and a high of 25. And if you do find yourself in the mother city, Cape Town today, do expect a range of 14 to 21. Worcester, for you it is 11.27. Sutherland with a range of 8 to 19. And then last but definitely not least, Uppington can be found with a 58% chance of thunder showers today, ranging from 17 to 28. Well, that is where I leave your weather here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Uncle
you,
Carl,
Jamie.
Uncle Carl can play with that.
Uncle Carl is here for you, my boy. Hey, I'm just here with my niece and my nephew. That's how it goes.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
I can't let it go. I can't.
It's the shirt, I know. But I like the vibe of the shirt.
It looks
And I think it's
beautiful,
good.
man.
It's good to actually have something aesthetic when you're chatting about a beautiful Samsung TV that is framed. And I know certain people are nesting, so they're going to want to frame their TV. Just an idea
Is
for
it
you.
art? Is it television? Is it entertainment? We don't know.
We'll
and
find
it is
out.
Beautiful. We'll see you now.
Oh, you can make my day.
Hungry?
With bags. My dad has a certain way of doing things.
Dad, hoe gaan dit by die werk?
Our Monati connects the family with unlimited home fiber from $3.99 per month.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. You're live at S3, and we've got some very, very important things to chat about today. I'm telling you, it's going to frame the picture for you beautifully. Now, are you ready to bring inspiration to your home? We know your space deserves more than just a TV. It deserves a TV that's always beautiful, whether it's on or off. Think about that for a second. We brought in the Avengers of TVs. We've got Dakadi Mwakludi, the Samsung TV and AV product manager, joins us in studio this morning with our favorite YouTuber, digital creator, and Lekka O, Grant Hines, to chat about the frame TV, and now more customizable than ever, with a look and feel that is creative, modern, and unique, and that's just like you. So, gentlemen, welcome. I'm excited about this TV. I really am, because the framing concept, that is going to be mind-blowing. I'm just saying, it's going to be.
It is, it is. The frame TV has something that stands out about it. It's the beauty, it's the elegance, it's about bringing to the home something that wasn't there before. A TV used to be a TV, right? A black box, just stood there, only for content.
And
now
had also a large behind as well, hey?
Remember those?
Yeah,
right?
I remember those. Of
wow,
course I do.
Gone are those days.
Yes.
Now we've gone thinner, we've gone sleeker. It's about the visual appeal. It's about connecting the home with the TV, getting that sense that you can actually take the power back. It doesn't have to be a boring box that just sits there. It blends in seamlessly now.
I just feel like that TV with the big, behind, it's been working out now. And the frame is now the clothes that is on it now. You know what I'm saying? It's going
100%.
there.
It went to the gym.
That's correct. And now look at it, slimmer, and now it's got some clothing.
You are an uncle.
The entire day they've been telling me I'm an uncle, my boy. But Grant, in your opinion on the TV as well, I mean, Samsung's always coming out with innovations like this, but your opinion?
I think it's excellent. And one of the main reasons is that a TV, when you buy it, always becomes like that feature in the home.
Yeah.
You know, when dad comes home with that TV, and sometimes, depending on your decor, especially a lot of us now, we've been living in our homes for the past like 2 years, working from home. That space is extremely important to us. You don't want this obnoxious piece of technology that could be taking up that space. So if you have the option, getting the frame means that it can blend in. And there's two ways that it does that.
Yeah.
The first way is that it's got the box that you can see under the TV. So in order to shed that weight that you were talking about, they have separated it from the actual screen. That way you can get the thinnest bezel or the thinnest thickness of the screen on the wall. So it looks like a painting on the wall. And the second way, well, the frames that you can customize it with. And there's some amazing things that Samsung are doing, not only just internationally, but locally. So if you have any kind of interior design or any local flair, that it will show.
100%, 100%. In fact, we recently had an event, and I must admit something. I love the frame. I was not completely sold until I saw it at this event. I walked around the corner, and the frame TV was flanked by 4 different picture frames. I promise you, it looks so beautiful. I could just imagine a picture of a family, your wife, your partner, your kids, and in the middle is a portrait. And one can't even see. It's a conversation starter. Your friends come over, it's a different piece of art. Come again, it's changed all over again. It's amazing, right in your lounge.
The first time I experienced the frame was at a friend's house as well, and I walked through, also a gamer, and I was like, where's your TV? Because I was like, I thought you played Apex, like where's your TV? And he had built a console that hid the actual box, and it just looked like all the art, and he's an avid art collector. He's a little bit younger than me, but all of his friends are artists. Like, I think that's also something with Gen Z, they don't like having technology just everywhere that's like in your face, but it just kind of blended into the house. And the art mode is something to behold.
It's amazing. I mean, currently 1,500 art pieces, well-known, well-renowned art pieces, local art pieces as well, available in the art store. So literally, the choices are endless. You walk in today, it's one thing. You walk in tomorrow, it's a different piece of art, and it just keeps on changing.
I'd love to check out the features, if you don't mind. I'd love a little demonstration, because obviously the way the frame connects, and more importantly, I think as you're doing that, it just feels like Samsung is making sure that technology is seamlessly fitting into our lives. It's not something that has to be sort of stand out, even though it is, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's something that's inorganic, which I'm enjoying about this.
100%. And the thing that I love the most is the fact that this outer part, we call this a bezel.
Okay.
This bezel over here, as I see, I just seamlessly clipped it out. You then change the color. Today, you've got this color. Tomorrow, you've got brown. Tomorrow, you've got beige, white. You choose. Depending on your decor and your lifestyle, it doesn't have to be a black box that just stands out anymore. It can be one that represents your tastes. It represents who you want to be. And then you just simply clip it on. And then, of course, you can change the pictures to art mode. The pictures can move around and turn around as and when you go around your house.
Yeah, and it's obviously it's a transferable, evolving art piece that lives in your house, which is great. But Samsung have turned, where the screen's off, it's just this big black square or rectangle in your lounge. They've turned that and made it useful and functional. And having that, instead of having a black sheet, just having a art that you love that matches the rest of the art in your house really adds, if you are an interior decorator or an inspiring interior decorator, or if you just care about your space at all. It's such a great thing. Also, 4K 60, sorry, we didn't even speak about that. So it's got 4K, 60 hertz, and it's just really beautiful. Like, as I was saying, I had a friend who's a gamer who had it in the house, and I was like, where's your console? You know, like, this was the TV that he had, the console, and he just hidden everything. Just, it was so elegant. It was just such a great way to use that interior design in the house.
You know, Kadi, I'm looking at this now, and I'm inspired. I was actually going to send you my delivery address. That's for later, but I believe there is actually a special running where, you know, somebody could actually get their hands on this if they go to the nearest Samsung store. So tell us a bit more, tantalize the taste buds, so to speak.
Yeah, so currently you buy a frame TV, we get 2 bezels. 2 bezels that come with it. Value of the bezels, 2,000 Rand. This will give you an experience just to understand what is this bezel thing about. Just try new different colors. And it's available at Samsung online store. It's available at Samsung stores. And unfortunately, the deal runs until the 31st of October. So we have a few days left.
Wow.
A few days left.
Wow.
So after this, let's make sure we get to the get our frames and experience the beauty of the frame TVs.
Yeah, I think that's just fantastic. And thanks a lot for putting us in the frame with this beautiful new piece of interior decorating, which is actually technology as well. So Samsung are constantly innovating, as you know. But thanks so much to Kaidi as well as Grant. We can now express our style, even without TV.
It is a happy song that just played.
There was some really cool music 5 seconds ago, which we were dancing to. That was...
It disappeared. Are you ready for some coffee?
I am. I'm definitely ready for some delicious coffee, preferably from Mexico, if we can.
There we go. Well, let me plug in our coffee machine.
That would be...
And switch it on. Here we go.
She's the girl with the master plan. We love it. So while we are busy enhancing our appliances here in the studio, let's take a trip to Mexico to enhance our coffee. We will get it right in a moment.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's the sound we love. So in Mexico, tacos are almost as old as time itself. We know this, but their culinary history isn't just filled with tacos, tostados, and enchiladas. Mexicans have been growing Arabica coffee for hundreds of years, centuries. The locals love coffee so much, in fact, that they introduced Robusta coffee in the late 1940s.
Exciting, and not willing to settle for anything less than the best, Mexican Robusta producers developed a unique double washing technique to clean the beans of the fruity flesh that tends to stick to the beans in the Mexican climate.
Wow.
And Expresso pays tribute to these dedicated farmers with the Master Origins Mexico coffee, using coffee processed with the same technique.
Nice.
Now, the result is an intense coffee with pronounced wild and spicy notes and a rich texture, and that's the one I'm making for G-Man right now.
Look at that crema. That is crazy good. So this generous crema makes the Nespresso Virtuo system unique. You will get this with every coffee you make, whether it's an espresso or you go for the full mug, which we absolutely love. I'm loving the 230 mils. And the crema is that foamy, creamy layer that you'll see on the top of a very high quality coffee. It's the result of the foam of the coffee that blends with the coffee's natural oils during the brewing process. Obviously, this centrifugation process helps that a lot. It doesn't only look great, it also makes your coffee taste and smell amazing as well. And by folding the crema into the coffee with one of these awesome little spoons, you can release that coffee's full aroma for maximum enjoyment. It's about capturing all of the senses.
There we go. So I'll fold it in for you,
Please,
G.
give me a young fold.
Just give it a nice little
look at
fold. Look
that.
at that beautiful foam creaminess on top. There you
Sure,
go.
that's how you do it. So obviously we're in the 230 ml size here, which is the big. You've got 5 different sizes with the Virtuo system, but this for me is the absolute win here.
There we go.
We've got a blend of Mexican Arabicas, double washed Robusta.
And of course, the Arabica gets a medium roast, while Robustas get a long, deep roast. This is also something that's great with milk. It's got an intense with woody and spicy notes and a rich, thick texture. Did you get that?
Definitely. It's lovely. It's not too intense, mild acidity, but there is a little bit of acidity there. Lovely, beautifully balanced coffee, and it's got a bit of a kick for this time of the morning. Absolutely beautiful.
I'm going to make one for myself.
Nespresso New Virtuo. With a single touch and innovative technology for a generous crema. and unique moments to share. Virtuo, standards are meant to be broken. Nespresso, what else?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and you are back. And you are here in time for us to get to know our performer a little bit better, because this morning we are welcoming our performer of the day. She's only 15 years old. She's a singer, songwriter. It is Lissa Heyman, and she is hoping to inspire people with her music and her new single called Moon Girl. And that's aimed to do just that, by reminding people that it is okay to feel down sometimes, especially given everything that we've been through over the last 18 months. Now, at such a young age, it is a big mantle to take on. So let's take a sneak peek at her song, Moon Girl.
Sun fades into an early night. Out in the distance, a girl on the moon, singing and dancing to all of my favorite tunes. Stop for a minute, she turned to me and she said, you're gonna get good.
Listen to that. Please, can we give Lissa Heyman a feel-good welcome, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
We are blessed because I'm 15 years old. I can hardly believe that is your song that is playing right now. Where did that love for music first begin?
I think I've always really had a love for music. You know, ever since I was like super young, I would like either, you know, jam in my room with my cousin to like Justin Bieber, or with my friends to One Direction, who I'm still pretty obsessed with. I think that once I started guitar when I was in grade 3, so I've been doing it for 6 years now, I kind of just wanted to carry on singing, and so I started singing about only 3 years ago, because, you know, you have to let the vocal cords grow. And then I decided, you know what, maybe 2 years ago, maybe I should write a song. So I tried to write a song, and then I wrote another song, and then I wrote another song, and I played them to my guitar teacher, and he was like, you know, let's produce these and we can put them out for, you know, people to listen to.
That's amazing. How was that process for you, from writing your song, being able to play it, having it produced, and now having all of us get to enjoy it?
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, it's a little bit scary because, you know, obviously I'm only 15, I'm still, you know, figuring out how everything works, but I think it's just such a change from, you know, sitting on my bedroom floor, from writing a song, you know, to being somewhere like here and performing it in front of people. I just think that it's really cool and really awesome, but, you know, at times it's a little bit scary, but most of it is pretty awesome.
Take it all in, girl. You still have a bright future ahead of you. You spoke about Justin Bieber, you spoke about One Direction. Is that kind of the genre that you lean to, or how would you describe your sound?
I don't really think that I have a sound for me yet. I think because it's still like my first songs that I'm writing, my first music that I'm writing, that I'm still trying to figure out my sound. I think as time progresses, I'll figure out what I really love like and want to sound like. I lean actually more towards indie music. I like indie music. Obviously, One Direction's an exception. But I do like indie music, pretty underground music. So I'm hoping that eventually my sound will lean more towards there, something like unique and special.
And I mean, you're using your voice to convey a very powerful message to from each of your songs. I mean, just looking at Moon Girl, that snippet we got, how you said, you know, it's okay to sometimes feel down. Why is that so important to you, to be able to use your voice that way?
I think that, like, once again, ever since I was young, I've always wanted to help people, you know, like I grew up and I was like, I want to be a doctor, you know, I want to fix people. So I thought, you know, in music, it can also be a way, like you don't only have to be a doctor, you know, to help people understand that they're okay, like even if they don't have good days, you know, it's not a bad laugh, it's just a bad day. And I think that that was always something that's really important for me, treating people with kindness, lifting people up, just to make people feel better about themselves, and just so they know that they're not alone and that they have people around them who support them.
For sure. And this couch you're sitting on has made dreams happen, okay? So I want you to put it out there. If there's anyone locally or internationally that you could collaborate with, who would that person be?
Probably like Matthew Mole, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm actually singing one of his songs later. I really, really, really love Matthew Mole.
Well,
he's a good friend of the show, so that's incredible.
Super awesome.
There we go. Well, don't go anywhere, because Lissa, she will be back later on the show to perform 2 songs for us. So stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show for so much more from her. And up next, Grant has got a new challenge for us with the latest FIFA 22 game. Let's check it out.
Time for a little footy action. We're joined in studio by Grant. As you've seen a little earlier, as we discussed that amazing TV, and now the TV is used for something different, FIFA 22. But this time around, we have some of the presenters doing a little battle for some FIFA fame and credits, and hopefully some accolades and pride. But Grant, let's talk about the game first. I mean, this has been a franchise that everybody's looked forward to. We wait for October every year, or end of September when it's released. FIFA 22, how's it different?
Listen, like, so FIFA is the biggest game in South Africa.
Yep.
This game is like the most popular. People stop me in the street, and I know there was a person that stopped me last week, and you know who you are, that wanted to know like what's happening with FIFA. And I was like, guys, you gotta wait for the show. You gotta wait for the show. So, did you just get a red card?
No, there's somebody, actually, it's N'Golo Kante tackled me. So I'm gonna hit a free kick while you, but keep on chatting. Okay. I'm gonna take this free kick.
So obviously every year a new FIFA, by the way, just a little heads up, this is probably gonna be the last year that EA FIFA 22 is gonna have the name FIFA, because FIFA are trying to get the name license back.
What?
So if you get a copy of FIFA this year, it's going to be the last time it's called FIFA. It'll probably be called like EA Football or EA Footy or something next year. It'll be a different name with different players. So that's what's likely to happen if EA don't buy FIFA's license. So that's kind of a big deal in and of itself. It'll be the last time it's called FIFA. Secondly, they've reworked a bunch of things. Okay. They've reworked the goalkeeping mechanics. So a lot of people out there who are hardcore FIFA fans know that goalkeeping kind of just wasn't something that was like taken very seriously, and you could walk past a goalkeeper pretty easily. But making sure that that the goalkeepers have better artificial intelligence, that they are able to save the goal and behave more like a real goalkeeper is a big deal, and FIFA have done that this year quite significantly. The other thing that's actually probably the biggest thing is called hypermotion.
I was going to ask you about that because the thing is, if I feel it on the controller, the experience, and I know that with FIFAs every year they try to develop this reality, and you want to make sure that you feel like you're in game. Every single move of this, I feel it. I'm feeling the movement of the player.
So just so everybody at home knows what they mean by hypermotion, it's marketing terminology for what they did was they motion captured an entire field of soccer players, because just the player that you're playing isn't the only one that is behaving to the ball. Other players on the field are also marking opponents. They're reacting to where the ball is. They're listening to their captain that's making calls and shot calls. Like all of those different kinds of movements make the game feel authentic. It's the difference between watching FIFA, on TV and your uncle, like, walking into the lounge going like, who's playing today? Those epic realistic things are what makes it. So what they did is they mocapped everybody. That's a lot. So they 4,000 new different motion. So as you can see, even all the don't look at where the ball is if you're at home. Look at where the players are moving to mark. Look where their eye line is. Look how they are body checking other players. That adds to this element of realism. What it does do, though, from a gameplay perspective, is it slows the game down a little bit, because it's not as fluid or as arcadey as last year. And I know that some people might be offended by that. They might be like, oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the slick, smooth FIFA experience. But die-hard football heads want a more calculated football match, because football it's a lot like live-action chess. It's getting into position, passing the ball, getting it across. So that's really what you're looking for.
What I'm enjoying about it is that, so when playing the game, when somebody walks into the room and says like, oh, who's playing? I love that about FIFA, the way that, if you look at the graphics, if you look at all of that, I mean, personally, when I play, I always play with Real Madrid. Obviously, I'm a big Real Madrid fan, and it's so good to know, like, somebody's like, when is Real Madrid playing? I mean, it's like a Thursday evening, what's going on? It's like, no, I'm playing FIFA 22, and I think that's the beautiful thing about it, is that there is this seamlessness to it. There's something beautiful about every player. As you said, now, every player feels like they're active, as opposed to you have to activate, because everybody kind of just jogged around, but now you can see people making runs and people responding to the ball as well.
And everybody that's bought new consoles, you can see how spectacular the game looks. It looks great. There's Volta this year. Volta's my favorite part of FIFA, because it's just I like court-based sports. I like basketball and that kind of thing. So Volta's like a court-based football, like five-a-side, pretty much. So it looks great. It's got a whole bunch of new game modes. It's got the career mode, obviously, that everybody's excited about. There are the microtransactions with the cards.
Yes.
But those are like something that we're not going to be able to avoid. And we're going to be giving away a copy on Xbox on the show.
Okay, well, let's get to that in a second. So, you know what, FIFA action, it's happening in the studio. Apparently, I'm taking on Graham later. But we're giving you a chance to join the fun. So we're giving away a copy of FIFA 22 on Xbox. All you need to do is answer this simple question. That is, what do you love most about the FIFA franchise? Share your answer on Expresso's Facebook page, terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. And, of course, competition closes at 12, Friday, 29 October. That is tomorrow. Good luck, and keep on playing FIFA 22. You could be a winner.
I think it's unfair. You've been practicing.
Oh, okay, I'll be okay.
Need tech to grow your business? Get the office or work from home IT equipment you need from Universe Direct. Universe Direct is South Africa's largest distributor of refurbished IT equipment, from our factory to your door anywhere in the universe. Direct.
Shafuka Breakfast Show, welcome back. We're live in S3 and at the tournamental finals of FIFA 22. Let's go over to your match referee, Grant Hines.
I'm very excited today for today's match. Your favorite uncle.
Yes!
Carl Wasty.
Yeah.
Versus Graham.
I'm a little bit nervous because I know you're a bit of a FIFA head. So I saw you kind of adjusting your team and doing things that only someone who plays every day will do, but I love it. We love the new game. It looks amazing. We're going to have a little bit of fun with an age-old rivalry. That's music to his ears. A little bit of an El Clasico. So lots of excitement around FIFA 22. Understand to be the latest release in, let's be honest, the most popular gaming franchise in South Africa and probably the world. And we're going to give it a go, man.
Just look at the graphics. Are you singing the anthem?
Yes, I may be because I'm a Real Madrid supporter. Okay, so what's the rules here, Grant?
Okay, the rules are, because a FIFA match is longer than a traditional TV insert, we are going to make sure that the first person to score is going to be crowned the winner. And we're going to be giving away a copy of FIFA 22 on Facebook, so make sure that you are entering that. Go to our Facebook page, and then if you go to our Facebook page, just find a picture of me. I'm holding a game controller, pointing at it. Comment about what your favorite part of FIFA 22 is, or what your favorite part of FIFA is, and you might be that winner.
Get in there, get in there.
How long have you been practicing? I think this is kind of illegal because you were playing the whole time while I was. Are you?
Oh! Good effort.
Karim!
Good effort.
I've been playing since FIFA 97.
No.
I picked Real Madrid.
Non-stop. You've just been pretending to be here as a TV show. Graham, what is your strategy? What are you planning to do to win?
First of all,
I think you need to get your defense up. And it's done. Carl has actually won. Carl, that's because you've been playing since FIFA 97. What is it like to be the Champions League?
Can we change the first goal rule?
I just want to say thank you so much to all the FIFA developers over the years.
Wait, we're gonna blow a whistle here.
It appears that the uncle had been drinking before he started playing. So I'm fun to hold the thing.
I think let's see if we can get another goal. I think you should give Graham a chance to equalize.
Okay.
Let's go. Don't do me no favors.
Let's go.
I mean, Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Who would win in real life?
Real Madrid.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you like them as a team doesn't mean statistically they're the best. At home, I want to hear what you guys think. Who's going to be the winner between Carl and Graham?
Change the player.
The person who's winning currently by just simply being the loudest is definitely Graham. Graham. Graham.
No, it's like a bunch of doing
in the midfield?
Oh, he's dancing. He's a dancer.
Are you defending? Come on.
Come on.
Oh, Karim Benzema.
You see, he's sweating. I can see the sweat glistening on the controller. I'm just really upset that you're not. This is the kind of friendship they have when you're playing FIFA. Is you don't even give your friends a chance.
Am I saying these things out loud?
I don't know what's happening. Just don't swear. That's all. That's fine. Okay, let's go.
It's a lot of fun. It's intuitive.
It's such a.
I don't want to. I want to see you. I don't want to hear your opinions of the game, Graham. I've given the opinions of the game.
How do I change
I want to see who wins.
This one.
There we go. That's going to make a massive difference.
So, Carl, can you score
another one?
Goal?
I'm going to try my best. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to do this. So just
Graham knows more about football than you, clearly, because you support Real Madrid. But maybe you know more about FIFA. That's what I'm saying. And just because your favorite team has got 5 stars in FIFA does not mean that they're good in real life. That's just a real fact as well that you can talk about to your friend. I mean, the weekend is coming.
That was a well.
That was amazing.
That was a very well.
Carl, that was amazing. The little chip.
I was trying.
I was overcommitting in defense, I won't lie. That was a very, very good performance.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
I think Carl is definitely the clear winner here. Carl, congratulations.
How do I turn him off? How do I change? Can I change the channel?
It's like they would thank you so much. Again, this game is incredible, and I think it's something for everybody. And I know that the competition's looking good.
And that was beautiful. Wow.
Thank you.
All right. It really was. Kick through the ball, absolutely beautiful. So much FIFA action happening in studio this morning, and we are giving you guys the chance to join in on the fun. We are giving away a copy of FIFA 22 on the Xbox. All you have to do is answer this question. What do you love most about the FIFA franchise?
Beating Graham.
Hopefully that's still going to be called FIFA next year. Share your answer on Expresso's Facebook page, and you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. The competition closes at 12 o'clock on Friday. That's midday on Friday, the 29th of October. My mouth is dry. You
That's
broke
what
me
it
with
does.
that, eh?
It does. It's like the real action, and you feel it. And I love the fact that we can immerse ourselves in FIFA 22, and hopefully you get yourself a copy. Just make sure you enter the competition as we continue going. Okay, we'll continue playing here. Let's see if Graham get a goal.
Nice.
I think.
Okay, go.
I think the boys have left the building.
Yeah.
They are now just
They're done.
playing.
They're not even working anymore. It is what it is. We'll just take over the show now.
Yeah,
Zoe?
it's now just up to you and me, Jamie. Well, listen, while while it can be really hard to keep up with all of the latest technological advancements, there are a few key technologies that have been introduced to us fairly recently that are certainly here to stay. And when it comes to banking, the way we pay is even more evolving.
It's all about convenience nowadays. Think about it, okay? I want everyone to think about it. Just a few years ago, paying with cash was the norm. That's what we did. We took out our wallet, there we were paying. Yeah. Simple as that. But as it stands, paying by card is the current standard. But thanks to fantastic technology, we can now pay using our smartphones and smart devices. Life has changed.
Life has changed. For example, Nedbank, they have enabled Apple Pay in South Africa, and this means you can now load all of your Nedbank or American Express cards to your iPhone or other Apple devices and make purchases with your phone or your watch.
Yeah, and this technology is not just about convenience, but also about safety. Many people think it's scary to pay with your phone, but the fact is it's actually safer than using your card because your phone comes with an extra layer of security.
That's right. And also, you know, if you've ever used your phone or watch to make payments, please let us know. I personally use my phone all the time to make payments. I sometimes even forget to just take my wallet.
I feel so cool when I whip out my phone. I'm just like, I'm going to tap it. But, you know, for the longest time, I used to go on hikes and not carry anything with me. Then I have to ask Ryle or his girlfriend or anyone to pay
for a coffee.
Now, I always have my phone with me because I'm obviously documenting everything. And then I'm just like,
it's just so much easier.
Coffee for everyone.
It's easier and it's safer. And if you own an Apple device and would like to learn more about Apple Pay and how to load your Nedbank card, you can simply visit nedbank.co.za/Apple Pay for a detailed breakdown. And if you don't have a Nedbank card, but you want to be tech savvy, then you can also sign up for a new card too on the Nedbank website.
That's simple. And to our Samsung family, join us next week, Thursday again, when we unpack how you can use Samsung Pay to transform how you shop and pay as well. And if you've already started making cashless payments, drop us a comment, like Zoe said, on our Expresso social media Facebook page or Instagram or Twitter to let us know about your experiences. We'd love to hear from you.
Time.
Hey, my light, I want to cut something.
Time. Kaleli 5 tiger.
Yes, 5 tigers and done.
Yenzani?
Ibeka is 7 colors etafuleni. Ijabulisa bo-uncle. Thenga nogesi. Yazi ungenza ne-5 tiger futhi ungabhadala i-Nedbank Gold Credit Card every month ebese usala nge-change ebhaya ntwana.
Nayi 5 tiger, time.
Do you want a bank that takes your 5 tiger or a bank that takes your 5 tiger seriously?
Welcome back. These are my welcome hands. Welcome back to Expresso. You're live at S3, and I can tell you, you are going to be excited by this young, talented performer. Now, we're being joined by singer-songwriter Alyssa Heyman as she performs an original song, and I've actually heard the sound check of it. I actually cried. I'm getting emotional. Anyway, just watch it. It's called When the Ice Breaks. It's beautiful.
Thought it would be us against the world for forever and a bit. And I'd like to think I still know who you are, even though all I have are faint memories. Guess I'm just reminiscing. I know you're trying to hold on to the life that we once led, but we're constantly evolving. The unspoken words now left unsaid, so tense in the air, being so thought-provoking. Here's to my once life. Darling, what happened here? Whoa. So we'll use our old ways. You play the victim, and then I'll go home and think what I did wrong, and then we'll make up and try to go on with life. And then we'll do it again. It's an ongoing cycle, and we'll just pretend like unloaded rifles, 'cause this love is constantly walking on thin ice. If I could take all the pain, I would change it to hope so we don't go insane. This flatlining love, and one day at least we can say we tried to revive it. So we'll sit and we'll pray and we'll stare at the wall while we wait for a phone call we know won't come. So I'll talk to the stars instead of sitting and fighting. So we'll use our old ways. You play the victim, and then I'll go home and think what I did wrong, and then we'll make up and try to go on with life. And then we'll do it again. It's an ongoing cycle, and we'll just pretend like unloaded rifles, 'cause this love is constantly walking on thin ice. And when the ice breaks, it's gonna all come crashing down, and all our attempts to keep it alive will start drowning now. So we'll use our old ways. You'll play the victim, and then I'll go home and think what I did wrong, but we won't make up. Yeah, we'll just go on with life. And we won't do it again, 'cause we've now stopped this cycle. No need to pretend, and no need for the rifles, 'cause this love is constantly walking on thin ice. And the ice breaks tonight. 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 When the ice breaks tonight.
These are my talent hands. Look at that. Alyssa Heyman, absolutely incredible. When the Ice Breaks. That was a beautiful song. And if you want some more beauty, stick around for that, because a couple more performances from Alyssa coming up on the Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. Let's check out the news as Zoe is standing by.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wasty. 1 minute before 7 o'clock, time to have another look at those news headlines, starting with your national news first. South Africa has identified 3 key priorities for climate action, including increased production of electric vehicles. President Cyril Ramaphosa has said the state will also focus on reducing carbon emissions at Eskom and fast-tracking plans for a green hydrogen economy. Ramaphosa was speaking at a ceremony to mark the start of production of hybrid cars at a Toyota factory in Prospecton, KZN. Toyota is investing 2.6 billion rand in the production of the Cross Hybrid, the first time a hybrid vehicle will be manufactured commercially in South Africa. The vehicle will be exported to some 40 countries. And then while South Africans had to deal with stage 4 load shedding yesterday, Eskom hoped to return about 2,000 megawatts of power to the grid overnight, allowing the load shedding system back on level 3. Public Enterprises Minister Pravi Gordhan and Eskom CEO Andre de Ruyter last night said that by tomorrow a few more thousand megawatts are expected back onto the system, resulting in a likely downgrade to stage 2. Gordhan repeatedly gave the assurance that unless an unexpected event occurs, there will be no load shedding going into the elections on Monday. And then on the international front, the African Union has suspended Sudan from all its activities until the civilian-led transitional authority is restored. It said Monday's coup was unconstitutional. Demonstrations against the military takeover continued for a third day in the capital, Khartoum, yesterday. Earlier, the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, spoke on the phone to the deposed Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok following his return home after his arrest during the coup. Blinken urged the armed forces to free all civilian leaders. And then residents of Nigeria's Benin City are eagerly awaiting the return of a priceless artifact, a statue of a bronze cockerel known as the Okukur. It was looted by British colonial forces in 1897 and donated to Cambridge University's Jesus College in 1905 by the father of a student. The master of the college yesterday described the return of the looted bronze cockerel to representatives of Nigeria as a momentous occasion. A decision for it to be returned was made in 2019. And now some news from the world of entertainment. A new Beatles attraction could be built on the Liverpool waterfront in the United Kingdom after some £2 million British pounds have been pledged as part of the city's 2021 budget. The city already boasts destinations such as the Beatles Story, the Cavern Club and the Liverpool Beatles Museum. Liverpool's Metro Mayor Steve Rotherham said the proposed attraction would be a globally significant and exciting immersive experience. He said it has the potential to become an unbelievably important tourist attraction, unlike anything on offer anywhere else in the world. The announcement was welcomed by the Secretary of Culture, Nadine Dorries, a Liverpool native, in a Twitter post making numerous references to Fab 4 hits. Other existing locations for Beatles pilgrimages include Sir Paul McCartney and John Lennon's childhood homes, which are preserved by the National Trust, and Strawberry Field, a former Salvation Army children's home where the young Lennon used to play, which opened to the public in 2019. On that note, that is where I leave your 7 o'clock news headlines. We will be back in the top of the hour. G is standing by with another look at the sport headlines.
Thanks so much, Jamie. Well, we start with some fine Englishmen abroad this time, though, as England raced to a second successive victory at the T20 World Cup with an 8-wicket thumping of Bangladesh in what was, in fact, the two nations' first ever meeting in the shortest format of the game, surprisingly enough. Now, opening batsman Jason Roy in fine form, smashing 61 from just 38 balls as England romped to their victory target of 125 in just 14.1 overs in their Super 12 clash. Left arm quick Tamal Mills, he took 3 wickets, while spinners Moeen Ali and Liam Livingston also weighed in 2 wickets apiece there to help restrict Bangladesh to 124 for 9. Owen Morgan's men are top Group 1 with 2 big wins after a 6-wicket thrashing of the holders West Indies in their opening game in the tournament. Now on to football news. Adelaide United player Josh Cavallo has come out as gay, making him the world's only current current openly gay male top-flight professional footballer. Now, Cavallo made the announcement in a video and open letter on social media. The A-League star said he was finally comfortable speaking out and hopes that opening up about his sexuality will inspire others who are struggling. The midfielder has received an overwhelmingly positive response since the video was posted on the club's official Twitter page on Wednesday, with many praising the youngster for his courage. Now onto a tournament that could have been. A revolutionary 12-a-side competition planned for next year appears to have been killed off by World Rugby. The World 12s, as it was dubbed, was launched in September, with organisers pledging to generate £250 million of income to the game. Well, after consultation with stakeholders, World Rugby says that they do not wish to explore the concept further at this time. Now, reports in the UK suggest that a World Rugby spokesperson said that the sport's priority at the moment was advancing discussions on a harmonious annual international calendar. Backed by World Cup winning coaches Steve Hansen and Jake White, the World 12s hope to launch next August in rugby's equivalent of what we know as the Indian Premier League. Now onto athletics. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce says she is still on the top of her game at the age of 34, and clearly is after running the third fastest 100 meters of all time in August. And the Jamaican sprinter is keeping her options open ahead of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Fraser-Pryce, the Beijing and London 100-meter champion, won gold in the 4x100-meter relay and silver in the 100 meters at the Tokyo Games, taking her collection now to 8 Olympic medals. The Jamaican had initially thought Paris would be out of reach, but said her form this year showed that she still has plenty more left in the tank, and we couldn't agree more. Well, that's where we leave our sporting headlines for this hour. We'll touch on those details again in about an hour or so. Right now, let's get a global weather perspective.
Thank you, Graham. And we're going to kick it off with the most encouraging and exciting bit of environmental news. An Imperial College researcher has been first to see a shelly eagle owl in the wilds of Ghana since the 1870s, and the first ever to produce a clear photograph of one of the world's largest owls. When Dr. Joseph Tobias saw how big the bird was, he wrongly assumed it was an eagle. Tobias said in a special moment, and I quote, "It perched on a low branch, and when I lifted my binoculars, my jaw just dropped. There's no other owl in Africa's rainforests that big." Now, Tobias took a photograph, and fortunately, the picture clearly displays its yellow beak, huge stature, and black eyes, a combination which ruled out all other African forest owls. Listed as vulnerable in the IUCN, the Shelley's eagle owl is estimated to exist in numbers of only around 1,500 to 7,000, but it is almost never seen as it's notoriously reclusive. What exciting news. We can only hope that enough is done to preserve the environment to allow more of these animals that have become endangered to have their numbers recover. Next, we keep our eyes in the sky as we move from birds to this beautiful sunrise views that we've been receiving on our Facebook page. Kicking us off for our 7 a.m. update is Mafu Vesta from Delft, who captured this stunning shot, looking towards the mountains in the distance, showing off these stunning colors mixed among the clouds. Samuel B. Jacobs II from Beaufort West shared this moody and cloudy photo filled with hues of blues, pinks, and yellows scattered across the sky. Thank you for those gorgeous images, and if you would love to share a sunrise photo, please do so on the Expresso Facebook page. But let's get into your temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, a cloudy day ahead with a low of 14, a high of 21. Mpumbela 15, 21. Pretoria 14, 22. Rain can be expected in Johannesburg with a low of 13, a high of 20. Mahikeng 15, 21. Rain in Klerksdorp with a high of 21. Kimberley 16, 23. Thunder showers in Bloemfontein today with a high of 21. A rainy day in Richards Bay, 17 is your low, 23 your high. Pietermaritzburg 15, reaching a high of 23. Durban cloudy, a low of 19, a high of 23. Mahikeng 16, reaching a high of 24. East London 18.25. Cradock 15.27. Gqeberha 18, reaching a high of 25. A cloudy day for George, 14's your low, 25 your high. Cape Town 14, reaching a high of 21. Worcester 11, reaching a high of 27. A rainy day in Sutherland, a low of 8, a high of 19. And expect thunder showers in Uppington with a low of 17 and a high of 28 degrees Celsius. This is where I leave your weather for now. A final update will come your way at 8 o'clock. But who said only boys can play FIFA?
I don't know how this happened, but Lena Peterson, our show producer, is taking on Cole Wasty, your favorite neighborhood uncle.
Yes,
in a match
indeed.
of FIFA 22.
Tell them, my boy. Tell them.
And Lena, you are a massive fan of FIFA.
Yeah, but Cole's not being nice.
Were you expecting him to be good to you?
He's supposed to make me look good.
No, but
So just to give you an idea, every year around this time, when Lena is helping like set up the content, she's always asking me, when is FIFA coming out? When is FIFA coming out? And I had packed up my gear to walk out the door, and Lena was like, can we play some FIFA now? So how long have you been playing FIFA? Which was the first one that you played?
I really can't remember, but I have my own console, and I play FIFA 2021.
Ah, yeah.
But I clearly need more practice here with
So
Uncle.
who did you play online, or do you play against friends that come around?
I play against friends. I play against Chadwin, who also works here. I play against Tatum. And on a good day, I do.
On a good day?
On a good day.
Is it a good day? I want to know it's a good day.
What is the most goals you've ever scored? Come on, give her a chance. What's the most goals you've ever scored in a match?
8.
8 goals. Okay, Carl, come on.
So our director's going to kill me, but I also played against him. And he was...
There we go.
Was this against Vardy?
So what's a goal there?
And he said he was really good and whatnot, and I was done.
And then what happened?
I love that.
And then
I can hear him now.
what is he saying over comments?
He's seething.
No, look, see, one of my favorite parts about like FIFA, and if you're good at FIFA, is if you're underassuming. One of my biggest party tricks is don't go to someone's house and tell them how great you are at FIFA. Practice a couple of moves. Practice a couple of moves, and then show them once they have spoken big. And that's the best. And Lena, you have taken a rule book. It's the best. And people talk about you for years to come. Vardy's already upset on the earpiece. So, come on, why?
Sorry, Vardy, what is that? Oh, sorry, man. So he said something about you. I can't tell you what it is. I'm just kidding. But the gameplay, you know what I love about FIFA 22 and also hate it, is the fact that you are so intensely absorbed in it that no one really can like get through to you. Like you guys are talking, but I won't lie to you. All I can think about is doing a chip through ball and scoring.
It's one of those games that are just so involved and so immersive, and you've always got something to prove when you're playing with friends, because everybody thinks they're the best at FIFA until they play online. That's the trick. You always think you're the best at FIFA until you play
I want to see you score!
Yes, Lena, go for this! No! That's that goalkeeper AI that I was talking about a little bit earlier. So, a couple of tips and tricks with FIFA. If you press the L1 button, Carl, if you press L1 and shoot, which is generally circle, or circle, then it will chip over the goalkeeper, which is a great little pro tip. Look at you, Carl, just doing fancy footwork. Come on, Carl, what do you got? Are you going to...
Hey, say. Well, Modric, he's evergreen like that. So an older player, but he's always got that fitness on point. There we go, please score. I want to see you score. See, okay. There we go. This is the goal. This is the goal, Lena. This is the goal, Lena. Go, Lena. 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 Oh! Oh, this is so exciting. Okay.
The pain. All right.
There you go.
Thank you.
Come.
We're going to play this.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you guys after the ad.
Yes! Woo!
Well done.
Can I start? I'm gonna find that this way I'm never gonna break my bones. And if you find that this way you're never gonna be alone, 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 alone. You're gonna run away from this storm. You'll be ashamed forever and ever. You gotta come and lay it all down, 'cause you can face whatever the weather. And you will see these arms are open, and you are gonna feel this love that's spoken to me. It's spoken to me. I'm gonna find that this way I'm never gonna break my bones. And if you find that this way you're never gonna be alone. You think you've done a little too much. You need to see the potential in this heart that will.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I can tell you, Thor is the god of thunder. This man is the god of law, and we are talking about something very special. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I went into character there. I'm a big fan of Viva Vendetta, but I can tell you that that rhyme is synonymous with the historic Guy Fawkes Day, when a plot to blow up England's House of Parliament was foiled. Fireworks are used to commemorate what would have been a fiery display, but in the modern day, many laws govern fireworks displays on days like Guy Fawkes and others in South Africa. And we're calling up an individual that I mentioned now, god of law, expert in law as well, director at legalese.co.za. Click on it now and find out all the amazing work that they do. Eitan Stern is here to answer the question. I want to enjoy fireworks this coming Guy Fawkes Day. I want to do the necessary. I want that in my life. I want the Katy Perry fireworks I deserve. But so now what? That's the question. Hey, Eitan.
I'm going to struggle to get through this without laughing. I can feel it's one of those days.
You're going to be fine. Okay. I can tell you. Right, so I think it's important for us to make sure that we set the scene. And when I say set the scene, I don't mean light the fuse. I actually mean, maybe that's a good idea. But why are there laws to govern where and when you can use fireworks?
Okay, well, while fireworks are these very fun things, I guess, they're also incredibly dangerous. They're little explosives. It's actually quite a crazy thing that people play with these explosives. And the reason we need laws to govern them is because every single year people are hurt by fireworks, people hurt animals with fireworks, people are killed by fireworks. So, you know, when we were kids, it was kind of a free-for-all. Luckily, things don't work like that anymore. And now we have laws to kind of protect people and ourselves and our animals against fireworks.
Especially the animals, you know, and I know they have sensitive ears, and I was mentioning this earlier. In fact, one of our social media questions is around, Guy Fawkes and a lot of things around that. But I just figured that, you know, if you do have animals, I worry for them. And even though you want to celebrate and you want to commemorate this particular day, there are things that make it illegal in some areas. And actually, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
I have my own property, and it's my own property. Surely I'll be able to do whatever I want to do within the boundaries of my own property. How is it illegal for me to, you know, do a couple of fireworks in the backyard?
Cool.
Why?
Great question. As the old saying goes, your right to swing your fist ends where my face begins. So why?
Right.
you can't do whatever you want.
So your face is the fence that I have in my backyard, right?
Exactly. Well, you can't just do whatever you want to your property. So it's actually very illegal to light fireworks in any private or public space. You're not allowed to do it at home. You're not allowed to do it in the streets. Not allowed to do it on beaches. Not allowed to do it in parks. You're not allowed to light fireworks unless you're in a specific designated area or you have a specific license, which we'll talk about how you get them.
Yes.
But you're not allowed to light fireworks in places. And why? Because these things are little explosives. They can hurt people around you. They can hurt your neighbors, and they can hurt dogs and animals from around the neighborhood. Never mind the fact that, yeah, I mean, they're just plain dangerous. So no, you're not allowed to light fireworks at home.
I think it's important that you mention that because you get so many people who be like, "Ah, this is my property. I will do the firework thing if I can do." And you know, and those people, you kind of want to tell them to calm down.
We can go through a lot of things that you can't do on your property.
Yeah, there are
you're not allowed to.
a lot of things there, but it's important for us to focus on this. Now, are there any special dates and occasions where fireworks are permitted? I know you mentioned that there is a way to get yourself a permit, but before we get there, what are those dates that are considered okay?
Okay, so around Guy Fawkes, Diwali, New Year's, there's certain occasions where designated areas are given, and if you go to one of those designated areas or a place where there is someone that has a permit, then you can light fireworks, and only be between specific times, only between 7 and 10 p.m., but you need to be in one of those designated areas.
Yes.
So, and that's it. You can't just do it at home or on the beach.
Yeah, you can't even payday come out of your house and say, yes! Wow! And then debit orders to your SMSs. It happens to the best of us. So, Eitan, we've got so much more to discuss with you. In fact, I'm going to let you marinate with that for a second because we do want to know more things about permits. We want to talk about things around, fireworks themselves, just to make sure that if you are wanting to commemorate and celebrate, you need to know how to do it legally, and that's why this man is here, God of Law, a.k.a. Eitan Stern at legalese.co.za. He's got more for you in the next couple of minutes. Stay there.
Oh, thank you, Wasty. And, speaking of Guy Fawkes coming up on the 5th of November, that means fireworks. And usually this time of the year, it always breaks my heart when you think of what happens to the animals.
Exactly.
And we want to make sure you don't get caught off guard and that you are prepared for those moments that your animal becomes highly distressed. It can always sometimes also be potentially fatal if there are fireworks involved. So to be prepared is what's key. And we are joined by our favorite animal behavioralist, Karis Nafti, to look at how we can keep our pets safe and calm during this time or during any time that there are loud noises and fireworks. Karis, it's so lovely having you here.
Morning. Hello.
Morning.
You didn't come alone.
Boy.
I'm just like I said, I just bring Sam, but yes, I'm here.
I know, because he's a smiley boy and he's in good nick this morning.
Yes.
Guy Fawkes, it's a two-edged sword and I've long since moved away from the need or the desire to want to celebrate it because I know I've seen firsthand what it does to dogs. Now, I think that the terrible statistics, obviously, the one that we can track is the amount of dogs that go missing on the 5th every single year because of the stress that they endure. But what actually goes on? Why are fireworks so distressing for dogs in particular?
It's so distressing.
And cats, it must
Cats as well, absolutely. Do you know that the busiest day in animal shelters is the 6th of November?
Oh.
Because so many animals goes missing and they all disappear. So what you have to understand for animals is that I suppose the only way we can describe it is they think they might die with all the sounds that happen, the intense sounds, the cracking, the unusualness of it, and the loudness of it. It's terrifying for them.
Their hearing is, in some dogs, I know like a golden retriever, 7 times ours.
All dogs, all animals. If you think of how animals hunt, cats and dogs as well, they've got super, super hearing, so they can hear everything. And having good hearing means that all the sounds are a lot louder for them. So the problem with Guy Fawkes is that if you're in an area where there's lots of fireworks happening, if animals get scared, their instinct is to run away from the scary noise. But if the scary noise is coming from everywhere, they just end up in a panic. They can run on roads, they can just disappear and run. Some people find their dogs kilometers away from where they're supposed to live. So it's an absolutely can be completely a traumatic, horrible day for your animals. Yeah, it's really, really harsh.
So, we know it's coming. We know people will be using fireworks.
Yeah.
How can we create a calm and safe environment in our own homes to prevent them from running away?
Okay, so the first thing, this is what I want all the viewers to know, don't leave your dogs home alone on Guy Fawkes, okay? Don't put them in the backyard and go out with your friends, because that is when most of the animals go missing, is when they've been left home alone. The best thing to do is keep your animals inside. Even if you have a dog that maybe you don't always let in your house, for this night's particular, allow them to come inside. Close all the doors, close all the windows, and turn on either your TV or your radio.
Some white noise.
To create some white noise for the dogs. That's the basic thing that you need to do for the dogs, yeah.
if we're caught off guard and the fireworks are going off, someone's got a permit close to our house, something's happened that we didn't take into account, what can we do to help them in the moment of stress?
Okay, so what I would suggest everybody does is that they have some food ready, like delicious food, or even your dog's normal food, chopped up into little pieces. If there are noises that start happening, and this is the same for puppies, which we can talk about in a second, as any noise happens, just drop food on the ground.
Okay.
So you can sort of distract your dog from the stress by going, ooh, but delicious smells, and then they'll switch gears and try to eat the food.
Okay.
If you have a puppy, you can create an untraumatized dog by fireworks. If this is their first exposure to these sort of noises, get, like I said, good food and drop it for the puppy so that they think, oh, well, that noise isn't so bad because I get food. Yes, yes, exactly. Now, I have a very secret, special thing to show you this morning, in case you're wondering why I bought socks on set this morning. So there's different ways physically to help your dogs deal with noise and fireworks. And one of the things that works for some dogs is to put a little hoodie over their head that presses their ears in. And this actually muffles the noise, and also it calms dogs down because they have a lot of pressure points in their ears. And if you actually press their ears, they calm down. So there's two ways to do this. So the one is if you have a small dog, you can take a sock, a normal sock, and cut the stretchy ends off. So you're making like a snood, okay?
Aww.
This is for a small dog. It's too small for Sam. For your little Dachshund.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh, I'm having fun with this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go create some spectacular smoothies for my sausages
Exactly. Now, for a dog like Sam who's bigger, I've just got a buff, okay? Like my own buff, and I folded it in half. And what you do, come here, Sam. We've been practicing this one. You put it on their head so that their ears go smush back. Now, you must make sure this isn't too tight. Obviously, okay, everybody, your dog must be able to breathe. And don't leave them unattended with their ears snood on, because you don't want them to get caught on anything. But if you're home with your dog, and it's got to be tight enough to actually push their ears into their head, a lot of dogs calm down when they wear an ear snoody. If your dog hates it, take it off, okay? They don't have to do it. But it actually, it settles them. I mean, Sam's looking a little bit confused, but you can see.
He looks a little embarrassed, let's be honest, guys. He looks embarrassed of anything. He's like, oh, my word.
Hey, my boy. He's like, why am I wearing? Okay,
you look like a little old lady.
I know, exactly. So that's a super tip that you can help your dogs with, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, well, Karis, I know you're not going anywhere. We're going to talk a little bit about the cats.
Yes.
And of course, if there are some loud fireworks, it can traumatize all pets. So we urge everyone to please be as considerate as possible and to practice cautious where you can. And if you don't have a pet yet, but always wanted one, then stay with us, because Karis joins us after the break to show us how we can really welcome a pet into our homes, especially if you're living in a city apartment with not a lot of space. She is here to cover us with all of the details.
Simple as CBD should be.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And you know, Guy Fawkes is next week, and I know you're thinking about doing the firework displays, but we've been chatting about the fact that it's just illegal to just be in your backyard and just go, hey, let's go fireworks. It's not like that. So we consulted somebody from legalese.co.za, our favorite lawyer, Eitan Stern, as he breaks down the legal ins and outs of putting on fireworks displays in South Africa ahead of Guy Fawkes Day. That'll be next week, Friday. So, Eitan, we did mention that everybody would like to do a massive display, but you can't do it in your backyard. So how does one put on a legal firework display?
Okay, it's quite complex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess what we're trying to head at is a point where kids can't buy explosives. You know, so in order...
Fair enough.
So the way that you do it is you need to apply to the city for permission.
Okay.
Then you need to get permission from the SAPs, the police. Once the police have given you permission, you need to go to the fire department, the fire and safety department, and get permission from them.
Yes, continue.
You need to consult with your neighbors and people around you in order to make sure they're fine with it.
That's 4.
And that's to put on a firework display of less than 200 people. Once you need more than 200 people, it becomes a whole different procedure. Once you got those things, then you can put on a firework display, and you got to print your license and put it out there that everyone can see.
Call the president.
You got to call.
Tell him that it's happening.
You got to call.
And then have your COVID test, and then you're perfect. Then you're good to go.
You can't do fireworks without a COVID test. Yeah. It's complex, and I guess the point is it should be complex because fireworks are little explosives.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's what you mean. That's the narrative, is that, I mean, these are dangerous explosives. They also are unpredictable in the hands of people who are not experts. And I think that's actually one thing that we have to stress, is that I know you want to go and purchase, and everybody's got an uncle who can hook up some fireworks, but I think that it's important for us to know that these are little explosives.
Maybe it's for Guy Fawkes, we should just give flowers to our neighbors or something instead.
We should change the narrative. I believe that.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are other ways of creating just explosive situations.
Throw gummy bears in the air.
And like, you know, maybe just do a good deed for Guy Fawkes. Hey, that's a good idea. But
I'm amazed that you knew what Guy Fawkes was about. But anyway, I had no idea.
Did you know? Okay, well, it's one of those things. But I actually wanted to go into the fact that I'm sure that if you want to do the fireworks thing, and your neighbor comes around and says, you know, my dog, there is a problem.
Yes.
The hearing has been impaired, or somebody has been affected adversely by a firework of some sort of firework display. I want to know what the legality around that is.
Okay.
Because, I mean, is it a criminal offense to hurt an animal and a human? I know this sounds like an obvious question, but I want to do that.
Let's talk about
just to make sure that you talk about it.
Yeah.
Criminal offense with regard to hurting somebody with a firework.
100%. No, I'm glad we're talking about it.
Okay,
I imagine Karis is going to talk about it as well. But animals can get hurt by fireworks. Their ears are very sensitive. It is totally an offense. First of all, it's an offense to use fireworks illegally without a permit. If you're under 16, it's illegal to buy fireworks. If you do these things, you can get a fine or get jail time. If you hurt someone with a firework or hurt an animal, definitely illegal. If you see someone doing this, you need to call the SPCA. If you see someone harming an animal, you need to call the police. And yeah, I think it's important for us to remember that you know, animals really do get affected by it. They're terrified by the noise, massive loud banging. I mean, my dog gets panic attacks when it rains. I mean, fireworks is going to really throw him over the edge. But yeah, I mean, it's people do get, every single year we have people get hurt by fireworks and animals, and it's totally illegal to hurt anyone with a firework.
You know, we don't want to be party poopers, but I think...
No, with fireworks, I'm happy to be a party pooper.
But with Eitan, I know what you said is that we should actually be changing the narrative. Also, if you look at the information behind Guy Fawkes as well, I mean, it's a commemorative thing with regard to somebody who stood up against the government and was foiled with regard to that. We completely get it. But you know what? Maybe this year you can change the narrative and look after the environment and look after our animals, because those are both adversely affected with regard to fireworks. So my situation here is to say, flowers. Why don't we just get some flowers out there and let's do something crazy?
Down with the government. Get some flowers.
And then,
love it.
And what about play Katy Perry firework, you know, at a nice volume? Maybe that'll also work for you as well. Why not?
That's beautiful. I'm doing that this year in Guy Fawkes.
Let's do that together. Just another idea, but I think it's so important that, you know what, celebrate with freedom. But when your freedom impedes in somebody else's freedom, that is where the law steps in, and that is where this man steps in.
Amen.
Don't forget that. But celebrate, no doubt, with your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
So now it's time for you to live your best life. It's the best time of the year to enjoy light lunches and dinners that burst with fresh flavors. Not only is our grilled corn with paprika and lime dressing the perfect braai side, it also makes for a delicious meal on its own. And Michaela, with a new hairdo, everybody, is showing us how quick and easy it is to make. Who are you? What have you done to our Michaela?
Now my name is Ashley.
Ashley.
Blonde.
Ashley. Hi, everybody. This is Ashley, our new chef.
Please don't.
It's looking on us. I love it. What inspired this change?
I had to help a friend with a shoot. So she was like, can I dye your hair? And I was like, yes. I've never been blonde.
Are you having more fun?
I don't know.
No,
we'll see.
You'll see.
Probably. We'll see when my regrowth kicks in.
Literally, when I came in, I was like, who is this girl? Do you still know how to cook, though?
No, I don't think so, eh?
Yeah? Good.
No, I'm completely different now.
So I'm going to help you out with this recipe.
Look,
but it looks yummy.
You're doing most of the work.
Do you know what? The other day, Gabby was in the kitchen and she had an electrical mixer and she wanted me to use it and I said, no, Ashley scarred me for life. I'm not using that. It's part of my contract now for me to not use an electrical mixer. So it's fine. As long as there's no electrical mixer, I can do all of this for you, Ashley.
Yeah!
What am I doing? Are you going to start with that first?
Start with your yogurt.
Yes.
Okay. And then I am going to brush some of our like buttery looking, it's not really butter, it's classic, what is it?
Classic butter?
Classic butter, yeah, substitute.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
just
gonna brush that on.
Over that, because that's obviously going on the grill to give that nice
and then once it's on the
effect.
grill, you keep going, because there's never enough butter.
How long have you been living in Cape Town?
My whole life.
Have you ever been to the switching on of the Cape Town lights?
Not the switching on, but I've seen them once they were on.
Well, do yourself a favor. This is going to hit home like that. So when you go onto the switching on of the lights, they have these on the side of the road and it is amazing. Obviously, with COVID, we haven't had a chance to go. So this kind of hits the feels because I miss that corn dog, that sweet corn on the side of the roads, and it has flavor and it's packed with, there we go.
Do you think they'll do it this year? Because everyone's like very cautious because of COVID.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Is street food still like a thing that people are doing?
Well, now you don't have to go to the street. You can create it in your own kitchen.
That's
so
true.
You don't have an excuse. So obviously,
I have fire alarms, and the griddle pan would set it all off.
Your hair will set off that fire alarm, girl. This new look is a vibe. Okay, so the dairy snack, how many spoons?
Way more than that.
Way more. Okay, so we're putting in...
you want to drown these in dressing. There we go. Stop. Okay, wait, maybe one more.
One more.
Yes.
Ashley is an indecisive person. We don't like
really
Ashley.
is. I really don't like
her.
her.
Dairy snack.
Kidding.
Just adding that creaminess. It's smooth. It makes it just a perfect accompaniment for the beautiful corn that we have going over there. So we're going to put some pepper in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chili flakes.
Some salt.
Paprika.
Some paprika.
To add some colour. And that's way more. Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Ooh.
Keep going.
Ooh.
Keep going.
Ooh.
A little bit more. Okay,
Ooh.
good.
She's spicy. We love that for you.
Isn't spicy though. It just adds a bit of smoke.
Kick.
Yeah, a bit of smoke.
And then with the chili flakes?
Oh, I like lots of chili.
Me too.
Go for gold.
Go for gold.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're putting, obviously, according to how you
Except don't rub your eyes after this, because then you're going to be finished.
We've had that before. And then some spring onions. All of this?
Yes.
All of that. So all that lovely spring onions, the crunch, and then G's favorite.
A bit of coriander, and then we're going to leave some for topping.
Yeah, so I didn't put all of it in. So
and then, are you good at zesting?
Am I?
Good at zesting.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll find out. So,
is that going to become your new complex?
No, I'm going to learn. I'm going to get over my fear of the kitchen.
Okay, so go outwards.
Outwards?
Yeah. You don't have to go back and forth, just scrape outwards. Is anything happening?
Carefully.
Okay.
My director's saying carefully. We're not trying to have...
Just watch your fingernails.
Imagine what would happen. Ashley?
Hello?
You'd save me. There
we go. Good. And then just tap it on in. And then cut your lime in half. And
my fingers are still good, everybody.
Yes, proud.
So we're going to cut. And then a little bit of that lime.
Well, this is supposed to be a lime dressing, so you can go for gold. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'm just still basting the corn. Let me turn it up a little bit more.
It's very important that you get that charred lines on it, because that adds a flavor to the corn.
Charring just adds such a good flavor to anything.
To anything.
Whether it's meat, you could do it with tofu. You know it would be good with this. If you take these off, cut the corn off the cob and add it to a salad with like avocado, lots of coriander, that's a vibe. Some cheese. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And then this will just go on afterwards, or would you put it on while you...
No, afterwards.
After, okay. So our dressing is done.
I realize we don't have a plating plate, so...
Okay. Ashley is feisty. And then I'm just going to... There we go. And of course, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, expressoshow.com for that beautiful side braai dish, or maybe if you just want it for dinner, it's easy as that.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day.
This festive season, Safripol, in partnership with the Angel Network and Toy Kingdom, are donating pre-loved toys to underprivileged children again. So, clear out your cupboards and drop off your donation at any participating mall or Toy Kingdom store countrywide and make a child's wish come true. To find out more, visit safripol.com. Giving makes the heart grow fonder. Let's plastic responsibly. Safripol.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, we are still talking about our beautiful furry friends this morning, but with a bit of a dark edge, because we have been, yes, talking about Guy Fawkes and how just terrifying it can be for our pets, and we've gone through some of those safety tips. We're going to take a broader scope now, and we're going to look at welcoming a new pet into our home. Do you have a small house but a big heart like we do for our pets? Well, if you've always wanted a cat but fear that your apartment is just too small, or there is a lack of garden, maybe it's an issue, then rest assured you do have options. Animal behaviorist Karis Nafty is here with a dog. Yes, we know. He might like, I think Sammy looks like he likes cats. Yeah. But we're going to be talking about how to introduce a cat into our home, and no matter how big or small, and this is quite self-indulgent because you are in the market for a new little kitten, eh?
I am in the market for a new kitty cat, but I think I wish we had this conversation before I adopted Navy, because I lived in a very tiny apartment and I was worried there's no garden, is she going to need more space, what are my options? So Karis, I know that dogs need space, but how much space does a cat need?
Well, dogs, so first of all, Sam lives with 3 cats and he loves his cat, so that's why he's here as an honorary cat this morning, so he can be part of the conversation.
Okay.
So cats do need, You can get a cat in a small apartment. It's absolutely fine. You just have to make the environment work for them. So as you know from Navy, I'm sure, cats like to go up on different levels. So get a nice cat toy or cat tree where they can go up high and they can hide. As long as they have lots of different spaces to run around, and cats are usually quite happy. What you can get for them, if you don't have a garden, let's say, there are specific cat plants, like planters you can buy with cat-friendly plants in it, because it is nice for cats to chew on grass and catnip and all the things. You just got to make sure, obviously, it's a cat-friendly plant,
yeah.
okay?
There's some out there
There's
that are
some
poisonous.
that are poisonous, so you need to really do your research and be smart, because cats do like to chew on plants. So make sure there's nothing poisonous. Yes.
And there are tons of apps that can help you in that sense.
Yeah.
So.
It's the funniest thing. Navy's obsessed with my plants.
Yes.
So I buy roses and she wants to stick her head in there and drink that water or nibble on the plants. And I actually bought her a little catnip plant and she just smells it, but she's not really too sure about it just yet.
Yeah, and the thing that's also good you pointed out, because what cats like is novelty. Cats like new stuff. You know, cats are curious. We've all heard sort of the jokes. So whatever plants you do have, if you can rotate them and bring in different plants and different toys, it also makes it interesting.
Okay.
Anytime you have a cardboard box, give it to the cat. Love cardboard boxes, that sort of thing. So those kind of things that makes them happy. The chance to play and box with toys is really important for them. And then they can be completely happy. You just have to make the environment, just cat-friendly.
Stimulate them.
Yes.
Yeah, feeding off that, that's the key word there, stimulate. How do we ensure that our cats are stimulated and how much do they need? Because I noticed with my new kitten, I mean, she's got 2 gears. It's either like full on or asleep.
Yeah.
There's no kind of in between.
There is no in between with cats. They're hunting or they're...
How much stimulation do they need to keep them healthy?
Yeah, so you have to, every cat's different, and depending on their age. So if they've got more energy and they're not settled down and they're not kind of sleeping much of the day, they probably don't have enough toys to play with. So they need healthy outlets for their energy. So as you say, when they're in that zoomy fast speed, that's when you want to have the toys out that they can box and things that make crunchy noises and that they can chase and dive into.
My goodness.
A paper packet. I mean,
a paper ball.
Sorted.
Sorted, yeah. You do have to be careful with plastic packets though, because they can get stuck in there. So don't ever give your cat a plastic packet. And then if you bring the toys out at certain times of the day, that will help them. In terms of your own sleeping, which is always an issue with cats, try to play with them in the evening, because if you let your cat sleep from like lunchtime till midnight, then they're going to want to play and have a party. So try to entertain them before that so that they do sleep through the night and that they settle down. Yeah.
Now, my cat, she's an indoor cat because she was adopted. She's very skittish. Yeah. How important is it to, make sure that your pet is protected against parasites, because she's not going outside? Is it still something I need to make sure she gets all her monthly or like every 3 months her little medication?
Chewable,
It definitely is, because they can get parasites. They can, if you're around an animal that sorry to be gross, but it happens.
Yeah.
If you're around someone with pets, you can actually bring parasites home. They can still kill rats and mice in a house, even if they don't go outside, which can have parasites. So yes, you do need to still keep it up, especially in an apartment, because if you do get a parasite problem in a small space, it's not nice for the humans either. So you want to keep up with that.
I mean,
so that your whole
fleas will
space...
set up a nest somewhere.
In the carpet, in the bed, if it's really gross. So you want to absolutely just prevent it. It's so easy to prevent it and keep it from becoming an issue. Yes.
Picking up, well, hopefully not picking up what you're putting down, but we understand, we get it. If you've always wanted a cat and have a loving home to offer, and we stress that, then just do it, man. It's changed my life so much so, and so much so for the better. And given your space is pet-friendly, safe and secure, then any pet would be lucky to have that forever home.
There we go. And as always, monthly parasite treatment is a non-negotiable. Broadline Spot-On Solutions is easy to use and can be given to your cats once a month to protect them against parasites inside and out. Now, you can shop it online at pethaven.co.za. And if you have any other photos or, of your cats that you'd love to share with us, please do so. We would love to see them on our social media platforms, because we love our animals here on the
We love
Feel
our
Good
animals, and we
Breakfast Show.
love you, Sammy boy. Thank you for coming and tolerating all the cat talk. We appreciate that.
He's bored now. He's bored of the
cats.
cats.
He's like, come
He
on.
loved this rug earlier.
No, this is forever Sammy's rug. Good boy, Karis. We absolutely love you. Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure, guys.
Oh, the boy. Oh, just what? It's a smiley face.
On your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But of course, from enhancing tech in our homes to bringing it to life with animals, our next project is all about adding artistic flair to our walls.
Indeed. So Raul and Jamie decided to do this without me. They tried out the geometric wall pattern technique and transformed a boring room into a magical art piece without me. Take a look.
Your favorite duo is back with another Plascon DIY. Now, my question is, do you want to add some life into your room?
Now, listen up. A real simple way to add life to your room is by adding geometric patterns to one of your walls using a variety of different colored paints.
The thing is, we're going to show you how easy it is and also what exactly you're going to need.
Let's go.
Okay, to get started, this is what you're going to need. Some painter's tape, a drop cloth, your paintbrush and a paint roller. And of course, your paint. We have a beautiful golden copper and some turquoise from Plascon. The existing wall color we will be working with is off-white.
And let's get started. So, I've created a quick sketch planning out the shapes and colors for each. I put that up somewhere so I can reference it to make sure I'm on track. Then, you can start by taking your tape and creating your desired shapes. The cool thing is, it's totally up to you on what kind of shapes, the size, and of course the color is that you want. Now, once you've marked off your shapes with the tape, it's time to get painting.
You're going to pour your paint into a painter's tray. We're using a small roller here so we have more control. Then for the corners, you want to use a brush so you don't go over your shapes.
And then, as simple as that, you can move on to your next colors. And of course, don't forget to wait to dry for 24 hours before applying your second coat. So once your second coat has been applied, you want to wait for it to dry before then revealing what your geometric masterpiece is going to look like. Voila, there you have it, our beautiful geometric wall pattern, and that's another successful episode of Plascon DIY. I hope we've inspired you to maybe create your own DIY magic at home.
I am now taking bookings, everybody. Do you want me to transform
Without me.
Yeah. Do you want me to transform your wall?
Yes, please. Transform the wall. I would like you to. You know what I love about that is that also if you're looking for really interesting Zoom backgrounds for your meetings at home, try that. You've got this vertical thing, and of course you can use all of those incredible paints, and I think it's so satisfying when you pull the tape off.
Yeah, Plascon has made it easy for you to upgrade your home, unfortunately without call.
Yeah, without me.
Join Expresso this spring to stand a chance of winning a 4,000 Rand Plascon voucher weekly as we ask how you color your life. Is it the cherry red in your ride, maybe the burst of new blues from your garden, or the sunsets and seascapes of a favorite getaway? Well, answer our weekly social media question and find the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Then color your life with 4,000 Rand paint vouchers to be won all spring on Expresso.
listen, we're in the kitchen on your Feel Good Breakfast show because we're about to make a delicious meal. And we all love nachos. I mean, I'm one of them. They are fun social food to eat with friends that's really affordable. It's easy ingredients to use, and it's all available at your nearest game for unbeatable prices. Now, we're going to be putting these delicious elements to the test with a black bean and chili nachos recipe guaranteed to make you feel the magic of healthier eating this summer. So let's get started. Michaela, I'm so excited for this because I'm actually hosting a taco night tomorrow night, but I'm thinking I should make it a nacho night.
Hard shell or soft shell tacos?
I like the hard shells, but I think I'm going to...
because it's basically a nacho.
Yes, but I think I'm going to change it to nacho night. The whole idea, what I love about it, it's entertaining because you can just put all the different ingredients down and everyone builds their own. I love sharing food.
Yeah. Interactive foods are the way to go.
Interactive foods.
Yeah.
So you're now making our black bean chili. Would you call this the chili? Americans call it chili.
It is chili.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you started off there with a bit of olive oil, some onions and garlic.
Lots of garlic.
Oh, I'm a big fan of garlic.
No one needs to smell you after this.
No, if they do, they're too close.
Yeah, so you give that a good browning. And while I'm doing this, you are doing the salsa.
Okay, talk me through it.
Slice some onions, actually dice them.
Okay, some tomatoes.
Yeah, oh, that one. What did I say?
Onions, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I need to get us a sharper knife because that did not even go through.
One, perhaps.
Yes, because it's okay. We'll get our kitchen fairies to get us a nice sharp knife to get through the tomatoes.
Or stab it topwise.
That's quite aggressive, Michaela.
There we go.
There we go. It's working.
Nice. There we go. You scored.
I'm scoring. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to be a little bit aggressive with our tomatoes.
So.
And we want it nice and chunky, right? Or
depends on how you like your salsa. How do you like your salsa?
I quite like it a little bit more on the rustic side.
Okay.
Nothing too finely chopped. I want to taste my ingredients. It mustn't all blur together.
Yeah. And then we add our tomato sauce.
Fantastic.
Puree.
Oh, puree.
Puree.
And you know what I love about this? The end of the horror of the high prices with season, with Game's amazing summer special. No, not much can top gathering outside with good company. So make Expresso dining as easy and comfortable as possible for you and your guests with delicious ingredients at unbeatable prices. Okay.
I could literally live off nachos. It's problematic. Are you a sweet or savory person?
Both. I have a huge sweet tooth, but when it comes to certain savory dishes, yes, please.
So we're just adding our spices. We have some coriander, cumin. I actually like to add quite a bit of cumin to it. It gives it that, like, what do you even call it? Like a spicy, it adds character to it, to the flavor.
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just bland if you just use.
No, and I like a little bit of spice because if you pair it with your guacamole and if you add some sour cream, if you add all of those delicious toppings to it, it all neutralizes the spice.
Yes. It's all about balancing the flavor.
It is about balancing the flavor. So you've just added a bunch of ingredients there. Talk me through it.
Yes. So I've added the spices and you just cook it through with the tomato sauce and the onions. And then once that's all mixed in and smelling great, oh, that smells good.
It does smell good.
Okay. You want to add your beans, and we don't have to cook it for too long because these were the tinned ones, so they're actually basically cooked for you. You just want to like heat it through.
Okay, I was given a great tip that if you do use any beans or legumes from a tin, to really give it a good rinse because that often
it gets the starches off.
It gets the starches off. So especially if you have a sensitive tummy, or if you, I find sometimes if it's not rinsed properly, I bloat extremely afterwards. So that's a good tip to prevent the bloating. So Michaela, I've got the corn, I've got our tomatoes, I'm adding our chopped up onions.
Yes, you are.
To our salsa.
And then there's some ku chakalaka over there.
Fantastic.
And
do I add the whole tin?
You could. There's quite a bit of salsa happening there.
Okay, we'll do the whole tin.
Ooh. Spicy.
There we go. Adding our South African flavor of some chakalaka.
Exactly. Okay, so while that's going, we're just going to plate up some of our chips.
I'm going to add some salt and pepper.
Definitely, always season. And then we're going to add the coriander at the end as the topping.
There we go. Okay, while you put this together, I need to tell everyone about the amazing deals that Game has at the moment.
Go for gold.
Yes, the coriander.
Thank you.
Now, Game wants you to feel the magic of healthier eating this summer by giving you the chance to win a 1,000 Rand shopping voucher. Now, to enter, all you have to do is tell us what ingredients from Game will you be cooking with this summer. It's very easy. Remember to include the hashtag #GotGame to enter. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com, and you better hurry up because the competition will run until tomorrow, the 29th of October, until midnight. And remember not to sleep on their price beat promos, which offers a 10% refund on the difference in price on any item you've purchased. Now, if you find it cheaper at a competitor within 21 days of your purchase, you're guaranteed a price beat on that item. And with the store opening hours Mondays to Fridays from 9 to 6, Saturdays from 9 to 5, and Sundays and public holidays from 9 to 4, what are you waiting for? Get shopping, get ready for summer. Michaela, I'm looking at this and it's looking amazing.
So ideally, you'd want to put that in the oven and allow the
you want the cheese to melt a bit, but we are too impatient, and I'm hoping the hot chili that you've just made will also melt our cheese.
Exactly. It is starting. Ooh, no one saw that.
It is.
It is starting.
Amazing. Michaela, it's so great being in the kitchen with you. If you want to get your hands on this recipe, it is available on our website, expressoshow.com.
Thank you so much, Zoe. Well, the time now is 8 o'clock, time to have a final look at those news headlines. A very disturbing case, though, is that a 4th case of rabies has been confirmed in Cape Town, with the Animal Welfare Society of South Africa issuing a red alert to all pet owners in the mother city. According to the senior state vet, Leslie van Helden, the infected dog was found at Strand Beach. Earlier this month, a dog in neighboring Gordons Bay was also confirmed to have had rabies. Residents are encouraged to visit the department's vet services site in the Strand and have their pets vaccinated free of charge today. And then South Africa has identified 3 key priorities for climate action, including increased production of electric vehicles. President Cyril Ramaphosa has said the state will also focus on reducing carbon emissions at Eskom and fast-tracking plans for a green hydrogen economy. Ramaphosa was speaking at a ceremony to mark the start of production of hybrid cars at a Toyota factory in Prospecton, KZN. Toyota is investing 2.6 billion Rand in the production of the Cross Hybrid, the first time a hybrid vehicle will be manufactured commercially in South Africa. The vehicle will be exported to some 40 countries. And then on the international front, a judge in Spain has granted joint custody of a dog to a separated couple who went to court to determine who the pet should live with. The Madrid court considered that both parties were jointly responsible and co-caretakers of Panda the dog. This as animals are no longer considered objects in Spain, but are legally recognized as living beings. Panda will now alternate between the 2 partners for a month at a time. And then the African Union has suspended Sudan from all its activities until the civilian-led transitional authority is restored. It said Monday's coup was unconstitutional. Demonstrations against the military takeover continued for a 3rd day in the capital, Khartoum, yesterday. Earlier, the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, spoke on the phone to the deposed Prime Minister, Abdallah Hamdok, following his return home after his arrest during the coup. Blinken urged the armed forces to free all civilian leaders. And then next, a wonderful conservation story from China. Now, if you have a population of the world's most endangered tigers in your country, what's the best way to ensure that your grandchildren will be able to see them in the wild? Well, a national park twice the size of Yellowstone National Park in the US is a great place to start. And that's the number of tigers in the wild have come quite close to succeeding, with China, India, Nepal, Russia, even Myanmar and Malaysia all experiencing growth in the number of tigers. Excellent news for us to hear. But that is where I wrap up your 8 o'clock news headlines. G is standing by with a final look at the sports.
Thanks so much, Jamie. Let's start with cricket. England raced to a second successive victory at the T20 World Cup with an 8-wicket thumping of Bangladesh in what was, in fact, the two nations' first ever meeting in the shortest format of the game. So opening batsman Jason Roy in fine form, smashing 61 off just 38 balls as England romped to their victory target of 125 at just 14.1 overs in their Super 12 clash. Left arm quick to Mal Mills, he took 3 wickets, while spinners Moeen Ali and Liam Livingston also weighed in with 2 wickets each to help to restrict Bangladesh to 124 for 9. Owen Morgan's men now top Group 1 with 2 big wins from that was after, of course, their 6-wicket thrashing of the current cup holders, the West Indies, in their opening game of the tournament. Now on to football news. Adelaide United player Josh Cavallo has come out as gay. Now that makes him the world's only current openly gay male top-flight professional footballer. Cavallo made the announcement in a video and an open letter on social media. The A-League star said he was finally comfortable speaking out and hopes that opening up about his own sexuality will inspire others who are struggling. The midfielder has received an overwhelming response since the video was posted on the club's official Twitter page on Wednesday, with many praising the youngster for his courage. Now onto the tournament that almost but didn't happen. A revolutionary 12-a-side competition planned for next year appears to have been killed off by World Rugby, at least for the time being. The World 12s was launched in September, with organisers pledging to generate some £250 million of income to the game. Well, after consultation with stakeholders, World Rugby said they do not wish to explore the concept further at this time. Reports in the UK suggest that a World Rugby spokesperson said the sport's priority was advancing discussions on a harmonious annual international calendar. Backed by World Cup winning coaches Steve Hansen and Jake White, the World 12s was hoped to launch next August in rugby's equivalent of the Indian Premier League. Now, finally, on to athletics. Shelley Ann Fraser-Pryce says she is still on the top of her game at the age of 34, and clearly is after running the 3rd fastest 100 meters of all time in August. Now, the Jamaican sprinter is keeping her options open ahead of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Fraser-Pryce, the Beijing and London 100-meter champion, won gold in the 4x100-meter relay and silver in the 100 meters at the Tokyo Games, taking her collection now to 8 Olympic medals. The Jamaican had initially thought Paris would be out of reach, but said her current form this year showed she still had a lot more left in the tank. And that's where we leave our sporting headlines for this morning. Let's get one more global weather perspective and take a look at some of those temperatures here in South Africa.
Thanks, G-Man. Well, we start with some news in Gauteng. An earth tremor was recorded on the East Rand, mainly in Boksburg and environs, just after 11 a.m. yesterday. Described as a minor incident, it totaled 3.1 on the Richter scale and only lasted a few seconds. Although not powerful enough to be classified as an official earthquake, it's reported that the foundations of some properties were shaken for a few seconds. The epicenter was traced to the eastern suburbs of Johannesburg, and the shock waves were felt as far away as Germiston. No damages or casualties have been reported as a result of this seismic activity. Johannesburg and its surroundings areas are no strangers to an occasional tremor. While the city very rarely falls victim to an earthquake, which is anything recorded at 4.0 or more on the Richter scale, these lighter versions are at times enough to keep the locals spooked. Gauteng is one of SA's most geologically active areas. We now move on from geological news below the ground as we turn our gaze to the skies, showcasing the stunning sunrise photos from this morning. David Abram Masemola sent greetings to us from the farm in Skarpskraal in Philippi. Razine Pandi from Gqeberha captured this gorgeous silhouetted image showing off some beautiful hues of yellows and oranges just as the sky begins to brighten. Then at 7 a.m. we received a beautiful image from Mafu Vesta from Delft who captured this stunning image, looking towards the mountains in the distance, showing off these stunning colors mixed among the clouds. And then last but not least, Samuel B. Jacobs II from Beaufort West shared this moody and cloudy photo filled with hues of blues, pinks and yellows scattered across the sky. Well, let's quickly look one last time at your temperatures for this morning. If you're in Polokwane, a cloudy day ahead with a low of 14, a high of 21. Mbombela, 15, reaching a high of 21. A rainy day in Pretoria, 14, 22. Johannesburg, 13, reaching a high of 22. Rain in Mahikeng, 15, 21. Rain in Klerksdorp, 16, 21. Thunder showers can be expected in Kimberley with a high of 23 for today. Bloemfontein, 14, reaching a high of 21. Rainy conditions for Richards Bay, a low of 17, a high of 23. Pietermaritzburg, 15, reaching a high of 23. Cloudy in Durban, 19 is your low, 23 your high. Mthatha, 16, reaching a high of 24. Cloudy in East London, 18, 25. Cradock, 15, 27. Rain can be expected in Gqeberha, a low of 18, a high of 25. Cloudy conditions in George, a low of 14 with a high of 25. Cape Town, 14, 21. Worcester, 11, reaching a high of 27. Sutherland, 8, reaching a high of 19 with a 61% chance of rain. And Uppington, expect a low of 17 and a high of 28 degrees Celsius. Well, that's a wrap on your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thanks a lot, Zoe. Well, we need some music, and we have Alyssa Heyman that is with us throughout the entire show, giving us some fantastic music. I can guarantee you that. We have a music video of hers. Before we get there, I wanted to set the scene for you very, very quickly with Alyssa herself. So, hey, now I'm thinking about Moon Girl. Let's talk about the naming of the song. What was special about you actually coming up with this concept called Moon Girl?
I think that, like, I just came up with Moon Girl because I was sitting on my bed. I was like, maybe I should write a song. And next to me, I was reading a book with a girl and, like, the silhouette of the moon as well. So I was like, I think it could be really cool to incorporate something with, like, stars, moon, galaxy, and obviously, like, humans as well. So that's how I got Moon Girl.
And did that inspire any of the things we're about to see in the music video?
Well, in the music video, it's like a little animated kind of video. So there is like a little like human dancing on the moon. That's the Moon Girl telling you that everything's going to be okay. And throughout the video, there's like various different people to show you that, you know, you're not really alone. There's other people who are going through this, but, you know, there's always someone here with you to support you.
That's great. I mean, I love that power, and that's exactly what you're going to see in this incredible video. This is Moon Girl from this lovely lady, Alyssa Heyman. Take a look. Take a look.
Woke up this morning, felt so out of control. All these pointless expectations everyone needs to uphold. And so much stuff is going on, and I'm just sitting on the sidelines thinking how to do my part. Sun fades into an early night. Out in the distance, a girl on the moon, singing and dancing to all of my favorite tunes. Stop for a minute, she turned to me and she said, you're gonna get okay to not be okay sometimes.
It's okay to not be okay sometimes. I actually love that sentiment. I think you always want to be perfect. You always want to say everything's going to be fine, but it's okay to just kind of break it down and say, hey, I'm not in control, and that's fine. So thank you for bringing that to the light with such a beautiful video for Moon Girl. That was great.
Thank you.
Who did the animation? I just want to make sure that the person who did the animation, which was incredible, gets their shout out.
Yeah, the person who did the animation was Leon Gropp, which is pretty cool.
Great. And there's a video up on YouTube at the moment. Can we go check it out?
Yeah, the video is on YouTube.
Love it. And we love the song too. Support, focus on the locals. And Lissa's got something special for you a little later from one of her favorite local artists too. So stick around for that. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3. That was great.
What is up, I'm Zanzi. Now let me be honest with you, I am truly blessed to have a job that takes me all around South Africa, and that means seeing beautiful places and taking part in epic activities. But this time I couldn't be happier because I get to do it all with my queen. And we're going to stay at Cape Town's Marriott Hotel Crystal Towers for a day of adventure and of course a little bit of romance. Love lifts them up where they belong. On Expresso, Friday the 29th of October on S3.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're still live with Expresso as we fly into the final hour of the show. Now, our next guest has lived many lives by the sounds of it. She is currently a commercial insurance broker living in Gqeberha. She has also been a ballerina, a part-time model, and an air hostess for an Emirates-based airline. Well, last night, she created another possible future life for herself as Mzansi's next cooking celebrity, and that's because she took home first place in the Color Your Plate with Koo Peaches episode. Let's take a look.
Guys, it's been a difficult one, and it is such a close tie. Tonight, it's Battle of the Curries, and we had to narrow it down to two, Nadia and Unica.
The winner in the Battle of the Curries tonight is drum roll, please. Nadia.
Hey, well done. It looked good.
So
Looks
exciting.
really good.
Yeah. Well, we now have Nadia on video call to relive her victory with us and tell us a little bit more about herself. Good morning, Nadia. Welcome.
Morning, guys.
Yay,
I feel
congratulations.
Like yes, congratulations. I just wanted to jump in and just get to know you a little bit more because I feel like is there anything you can't do? I mean, tell us a little bit more about, you know, going from ballet to being an air hostess. Just tell us a little bit more about yourself.
With the ballet thing, I started dancing at a very young age. So I kind of just went into it and didn't stop for a very long time. And I kind of, just after studying and everything, I was like, I need a break or something. So I decided to travel the world.
As one does. I love that, man. You've obviously spent a lot of time then working all over the world, traveling to some amazing places, which allowed you, obviously, to experience all kinds of cuisines. How did this help to hone your love of cooking and sharing this love of cooking with other people? Because clearly there's some talent there.
I think just being able to go to different countries and try the different tastes and get it all onto your palate. You kind of start experimenting with spices and tastes from here and tastes from there, and you just incorporate everything together.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. Now, I want to know from you, why did you decide to try your hand at Colour Your Plate with Koo? And what was the overall experience like for you, including meeting celebrity chef Ruben Riffel?
I kind of just saw it one day and I was like, this is something I haven't done yet, so let's do it. And kind of just panned out. And yeah, it's so nice meeting everyone and getting to know everyone. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful people. Lovely experience.
Yeah, an incredible group, I think, on all sides. They're amazing judges and some fantastic contestants. So you found the challenge of cooking with the peaches quite unconventional. What was it like watching yourself sharing your love of cooking with the country last night?
We actually all got together at a sports club where we play on weekends, and everyone was there. So everyone was kind of looking at the TV and then looking at me, and everyone was like, is this you? I was like, everyone's like, well done. So it was quite nerve-wracking seeing myself, but it was so fun.
Oh, that's amazing. It's nice that you had everyone around you to watch it. Now, we've seen your Thai cuisine skills. Will we be seeing more of your travels coming on to the plate? And do you think that you will also be able to bring it home when you compete in the finals in a few weeks' time?
I'm definitely going to bring as much as I can, but I think every person that is there at the when they go through, everyone deserves to be there. So it's going to be just an experience on its own.
It's no time to be nice. You must say you're going to win this thing, Nadia. Come on, you've got this, girl. Well, clearly you do actually have the skills that are needed. So I hope that you keep cooking as brilliantly as you did last night. Congratulations once again. You seem like a wonderful person. We wish you nothing but the best. Good luck for the rest of the competition.
Thanks, guys.
There we go. Congratulations, Nadia. You'll be joining the previous winners, JP and Chantal, in the finale. Kabeja now has some representation.
Yeah.
Now, which city, I need to ask you this question, will be sent to the finale next week?
Be sure to keep watching Colour Your Plate with Koo every Wednesday evening at 7:30 p.m. on SABC2, with repeats going out Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. To find out who else will be in the running against Nadia, JP and Chantal to become South Africa's next cooking sensation.
So while we travel across the globe and find out about all these new cuisines, the next one is inspired by Mexico.
Made with love by Clover.
A good Mexican feast is not complete without a decadent dessert. Deep-fried ice cream is one of the most popular Mexican desserts. And when serving it with Clover Bliss medium cream chocolate dairy dessert, you will understand why this recipe is double indulgence at its best. Muy caliente. Hola. Hola, Michaela. Are you okay? Eh? You good? You can access our recipe, huh? Hey, Michaela. What?
It's making me really awkward.
This is making you awkward. So, that's fine. I'm back to normal. I'm back to normal.
Okay.
Hi there. Yes, that's fine. Hey, what you got there, say? What is that? Hey, the ball. There we go, Michaela. Yes, girl. Okay, so this is inspired. Now, I've always been really, really fascinated with deep fried ice cream because I think that I get worried that it's going to dissipate in hot oil. So there's got to be a trick to it.
Your ice cream needs to be the coldest you could ever get it to go.
Okay.
Pre-roll your balls.
Yes.
Then freeze them again.
Okay.
So that you don't have to handle them and there's no like melting that happens in between.
All right.
And your oil needs to be like explosively hot. So I can already
Explosively
tell
hot.
that we're going to blow up when the ice cream gets dark.
I'm actually worried about it because I can see how hot that oil is. But the great thing is, right, I talk about the recipe and she doesn't. So anything can happen. This is exciting. And do remember, what we're doing is we are pairing it. And I love the fact that Clover Bliss medium cream chocolate dairy dessert. All right, it's ready to eat and it's chocolate dairy dessert. And you know what, you can pour it, you can use it as a sauce, you can top it, and you know what, anything goes with this. And you can use an ingredient, or you can actually just use it on as a little snack. You can just a little something, just a little spoonful, and you're good to go. Now, we're going to do this together, and I'm super excited about it because I've always wanted to do deep fried ice cream on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it's going to happen with Michaela. And it's inspired by Meiko. Michaela, I see you got an egg there. How did you get the shell in the egg white, huh? What is happening, I say?
I was trying to be like
Okay.
non-obvious.
Okay, so you got shell in the egg white. That's fine. That's good. But you know what we
the
all do?
best trick to get shell out of shell?
Hacks. Let's go.
So you literally just use its own shell.
You
like
just
you
use.
just use the shell to remove the shell.
Wow.
It's like the easiest way to remove it because when you try and use your finger, it just like
Yeah, it
Warms
does.
off.
It does tend to just go away. But they say use the shell to get the shell
Yes.
out of the egg.
Yes.
It's like shellception.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. All right. So what do you have here? Could you explain?
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
And vanilla wafer biscuits.
Oh, that is so cool. Could you change out the biscuits at all with anything else, or is
You
that
could.
preferred? Okay.
Tennis biscuits.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I love those.
Romany creams.
Stop it. Tell
Okay.
me more.
What? You could try something else instead of the cornflakes. Do they make? They don't make chocolate flavored cornflakes.
They
do
might.
they?
We could find
Oh.
some for you.
Are you going to perhaps get the ice cream out of
I was thinking
the
about it.
freeze- Like, are we just
Do
going
you want to get me the ice cream out of the
Could
freezer?
you please get me the ice?
Like that, you have the ice cream as well, okay?
Yes,
I'm gonna go get the
please.
ice cream in the freezer, yes, eh? It's okay.
I'll leave you to the accent.
Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm ready. And
Yes.
this is cold.
Look at that pre-made
This
one.
is cold. Look at that. That's one. So can you
Hello.
pre-make them like that? Can you do
You
that?
could, and then just freeze them.
And then you can use them for another day when you want to entertain
Yeah.
guests and you know the kids and whatever. That's awesome. All right, so we are now doing
Double dredge.
Double dredge, okay, which means we're going to hoy there and then into our little egg mixture, and then we're going to go back in to get a double layer. This is exciting, and I cannot wait to do this. I'm just worried about the oil being so hot, but let's make it happen.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I
Okay.
will now have a very messy hand after this.
It doesn't matter because this is all for the sake of getting you the best recipe possible. And remember, expressoshow.com, all of the recipe ingredients as well as the method will be there for you. So you can try it at home. And also, if you do try it, the Expresso Facebook page is such a lovely place for you to post all the recipes. You can say, I saw it with Michaela, and it's going to be beautiful that I tried it at home, I say. Or even a video works as well if you want to give it a shot. Okay, here it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually quite smooth.
It was.
I like that. And then what you are going to do...
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, there we go. You have to say something exciting now. Oh, are we done? Is that it?
Oh, my gosh. That was very quick. Good.
Okay, I honestly thought we were going to sit here and we had like banter time. There was no banter time. That was it. All right, so no banter time now. But if you want to give it a shot, please try. If you missed out on any of these steps, this is for you. Let's keep on going. What else do we have?
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes, it's your feel-good breakfast show on S3. Feel it, it is here. Summer is almost here with warmer weather finally here as well, except for yesterday. But it's time to pack away your boots and high-top sneakers and make space for one of the most divine summery staples, the sandals, everybody. Not only are they comfortable, but they're also considered to be one of the most fashion-forward choices of the season. And our girl, fashion and beauty editor Nox Mafu, is here to tell us more. Hello, I
missed you too, but also I feel like coming in summer is the best way to step back up on your screens.
You missed it the other day. Yeah. Raul was wearing a pair of sandals on the show, and I died. I was like, yes, finally.
And this is the thing, it's like when men who are probably hesitant towards sandals put them on, I know that my fashion dreams are coming together.
I hate that. I'm going to speak about why it's so overwhelming, because I don't know how to style it.
Absolutely.
But when you're here, you're all about telling us the must-haves when it comes to sandals this season. What are they?
So, sandals are really having their moment in summer. From the chunky to the strappy sandal, really they're having a really good time. So if we think about it, we've seen the chunky sandal come in. So if you look at the second row over here, it really is about prioritizing comfort. If you look at the sole of the shoe, it will have a thick base, it'll have a lot of comfort. We'll have the strappy shoe, which is really, really great for a really more feminine touch when we look at the women's fashion. Then of course we've got the double band leather sandal, which is really great. I think we saw
that's what Raul had on.
Yes, which is really cool. And then, of course, comfort is the most important thing. So you'll find the more sporty sandal. Of course, Woolworths will always focus on creating enough padding for your foot. And then the universal classic flip-flop. I mean, no matter what season, what year it is, it doesn't lose its essence. And I think that's really the joy of summer, is that these are staples that you can use all the time and they will never go out of fashion.
Can I ask you a question? Because we've been seeing this a lot. It's very trendy. It's very fashion forward. Would you put socks with a slider?
Absolutely, I would.
Yes.
So I would. So a lot of people have really limited the idea of what sandals can do, and the joy is they really are versatile. So if you want to really get more bang for your buck and more bang for your investment, if you want to wear a sandal with a sock, it really, really is great. But of course, for your more summery outfits, whether it be linen pants or a beautiful dress, I mean, the double band leather is really great for men in that sense. They can wear them with beautifully flowy linen pants, or kind of, if you're wearing the flip-flops, you definitely can wear those with some cool board shorts, the tropical prints that are there. So there are so many options in terms of styling it, and people just need to be ready to play.
Don't forget, you have to wear it on a Sunday with a linen suit with isimiyaki to be part of
exactly.
it.
It has to be, it can't just be literally you and your own. It has to be the white linens. And I think because we're looking at minimalism, when we're looking at style, I think all these elements really work well, whether it be with a print or, you know, if we see here at the top, there's kind of the woven element there. It really is some really fine, tailored designs that really can go from any age group, from men to female. So it's really exciting.
Well, we flew in the best foot models to show us how to style this, because that's what I said. It's always overwhelming to show how to style it.
Absolutely.
But you got the best in the business.
Yes,
so we're going to bring the ladies in first. Yes.
All right, so we've got one of my favorite comfort sandals, which are really good. This is really great for maybe a beach day. I really think that this works well. So we've paired that with a lovely denim skirt and a t-shirt. But of course, you can wear these with jeans. You could wear them with a skirt.
A flowy dress.
A flowy dress. Really, comfort is key. I think one thing the pandemic taught us is that we're not compromising on comfort ever again.
Oh, no.
And these are so popular at the moment. They come in a range of colors. And of course, with adjustable straps for ease, no matter if you've got a wider foot or a narrow foot, this is something that's really going to work out for you.
And that pink toenails is popping as well. Zoe, are you loving it?
Oh, popping. I am. It's so weird. Like, I can see my feet are on screen right now, and I'm like, the toes are just spasming all over the place.
But they're comfortable, I would imagine.
They are. I'll probably see my feet on Wiki Feet.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay,
very comfortable. And it's such a transitional piece. You know, you could wear it with like that outfit. It was heels before, and now it's about comfort.
We have a male model as well that came through. We flew him in.
We flew him in.
I'm more uptight when I walk, but because I'm in sandals, I'm
That's
so
the flow.
relaxed. I'm so absolutely relaxed.
I mean,
very comfortable, very cool.
Graham, I can really see it. I mean, so this leather is really popular, and this is the double band, and there are different ways that you can do it. You can either wear it with the strap, but here we've just got the push in, and it's really cool. I love the crossover design and the texture that we're feeling there. Pair that with some jeans or shorts or some linen pants, and he really
With
is...
the Miyaki, eh? That's what I must say.
It can't be anything less than that, so I hope you have that, actually.
No, but a whole vibe, love the leather as well. I think that just kind of like raises the bar a little bit as well.
Absolutely.
Really, really cool.
And I think it's
Love
quite an easy thing to style, you know. It can really slip into your outfit. Just obviously moisturize your feet, please, before you do it.
Girls,
man,
get
look
that
after
girl
them
nails.
feet
Look after
and
those toes.
I'm going to go find some linen pants.
Yeah, please go do that.
And Miyaki. Knox, as always, we
Yes.
love having you here because you just make sure that we are fashion forward, that we are ready for summer. For you at home, why wait? Why wait for Black Friday? You can spoil yourself with one or maybe even two pairs of fashion-forward sandals from Woolworths, and you get 30% off on menswear sandals if you shop now until the 31st of October 2021. Remember, those T's and C's do apply. And as always, you can shop this offer at Woolworths in-store, online, and on the Woolies app.
There was a guy at the visa office yesterday.
A promise to the planet, to tread lightly, to act with care, to think of the future, to appreciate nature, to shop more sustainably. Woolworths, the difference.
So let's go. You know that we all try to eat healthier food, and Be Well makes it easy with the help of their amazing products and cookbooks. They also want to reward you for the right choices with the exciting Be Well Spin and Win game, where you stand the chance to spin the digital wheel and win big. From a jam-packed Be Well hamper to 1,000 Rand in cash. And today we're super excited to welcome a very lucky winner on the show. It is Trevina Manicum. Congratulations! Hi, Trevina.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
How are you? I'm good, and you?
I'm fantastic. So, Trevina, I don't know much about you, but let's go for the basics. I'd love to know favorite color, what you do for a living, etc. Go for it.
Okay, my favorite color is pink and silver, and I am a HR administrator for a small company in Durban.
Oh, that's great. HR, you know, you deal with people, and I'm sure people love dealing with you as well. In fact, I'm going to love dealing with you because it's all about winning. But how does it feel to be a winner, and what do you hope to win today?
It's so exciting. Honestly, I don't really have a specific thing that I would be wanting to win, but anything, I'd be so excited to win.
I'm just so happy that you're here. You know, it's like a win to have you on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So I think we've won already. We just have to go through the process now. Now, on Tuesday, we asked you to tell us what is your favorite dish to make with Be Well canola and olive oil blend. And what did you say again, just to refresh our memories?
I did mention that I enjoy making a prawn stir fry.
My goodness. See, now immediately I'm hungry. Thanks a lot, eh? Thank you. Now, down to business.
I love prawn.
Right, prawn curry.
Yes.
Because the things, the prawns, they take on the curry spice and then, oh, you know what? I'm not going to go there now. But what I will say, Trevina, is, are you ready to spin the wheel?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. Let's do this together. All right. There's going to be a nice little wheel, and you're going to spin it for me. Are you ready to rumble? Let's do this.
Yes,
Trevina,
I am.
just give me a 3, 2, 1, and we can spin the wheel. Okay, go for it.
3, 2, 1.
Spin that wheel. Let's go. Spin it and spin it. Be Well, spin and win. Is it $1,000? Is it a Be Well hamper? Is it a mini hamper? We'll find it soon enough. Here we go. And Trevina, I want you to shout stop when you're ready.
Stop.
Stop. And you've won a beautiful, Be Well hamper. Congratulations!
Thank you so much.
Yes, Trevina. That's it. That is how you win. And that hamper is on its way to you as we speak. Thank you so much for playing and being an incredible supporter of your Feel Good Breakfast show. We love and appreciate you, and enjoy your Be Well hamper.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And that prawn dish, I can't wait to taste it. That'll be amazing. But if you want to join in on the fun and stand a chance to win big, tune in on Tuesday for a brand new question. And who knows, maybe you will get the spin, the digital wheel. It'll be great, and I want you to win. So don't go anywhere yet, because we've got more mouth-watering recipes coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast show. This is Expresso live on S3.
Yeah!
Yes! I love this place.
I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? That's chili and lime flakes, baby.
Yes.
Woohoo! News flash. These chicken tacos can be made to a great extent with a couple of very well-chosen pantry products. They are easy, they are simple, and they are exploding with flavor. Just be sure that you've got some chicken breasts in the freezer and some fresh limes in your fruit basket, and you're ready to go. Added optional extra, chili and lime salt. This just blew my mind right now. Woolies do make it really easy for you to go Mexican. They really do. And not just like Mexican, but
proper.
Mexican.
Proper. This is so delicious, so easy. You know what I love the most about this recipe is that a lot of the stuff can be done before the time. And it's never been more important because of ESCOM or the lack of.
Yeah, exactly,
so, you've got your chicken breast, you're gonna marinate it. When you marinate it, actually like tenderizes it, adds extra flavor. So, and chicken breast we know cooks really quickly. So if you're like, oh goodness, 10 minutes before the lights go out, you can cook the chicken breast and have a proper...
And they defrosted because the freezer went off, so we just let them defrost.
Done.
That's happened.
You can have a proper Mexican feast in minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna start off.
Okay.
Okay, I got too many things to talk about. Like it's my new favorite. It's my new favorite. It's my new
I know,
favorite.
but you've got a lot of favorites.
It's
here.
all.
Understandably so.
Let's start with my first one. Okay, the chipotle marinade.
Oh, good.
Also, a little bit educated. It's not chipotle.
Chipotle.
It's not chipotle. It's chipotle. Okay.
Listen,
Oh, sorry.
if you love it, you can call it whatever you want.
You can, as long as you eat it, okay?
Chipotle. It's lovely, it's smoky.
So smoky. Don't talk about me like that, okay? It's spicy. It's delicious.
He is spicy. He is delicious. Can I have
Just give that a smell. Just give that a smell, okay?
Oh, my goodness.
So, I've got some chicken breasts. This works well on, like, you can do chicken with the bone on. If you're going to braai anything, lamb, beef, like the chicken we're doing right now, it is so, so delicious. So, into a pan, get my pan back on the heat. We're doing this really quickly.
Spectacular.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Salsa.
You can either marinate the chicken breasts, which I would do that at home, but like for TV's sake, let's just pretend it's been marinating, okay?
And I find like if you marinated yogurt or lemon juice or even in brine, it works so well with the chicken breast. It tenderizes it so you can cook it nice and quickly, but without kind of losing any of that beautiful moisture and texture. Yeah.
If you want to do fried chicken, you know how we marinate our chicken pieces in buttermilk, but you want to add extra flavor. Mix the buttermilk with the chipotle.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it's so good. Okay, let's talk about other things that are new. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you want to know what's new from the range, just look for that little green little icon there. Yeah, and you'll be like one of the first people to actually try it.
It means one of those crazy fruit product developers, those mad scientists.
You know, it's absolutely delicious. Okay, so to our chicken that's busy cooking, we're going to add the marinade. That's going to start...
Okay, while it's cooking, okay.
Yeah, like I said, you could marinate the chicken in this before the time, but today, just for the purpose of the TV, we're going to pour it over.
We're just going to pour it in there.
So that's going to start reducing, start getting glazy, charry on the chicken, which is exactly what you want.
Perfect.
Let that cook. Like I said, it's going to take about like 5 to 6 minutes aside, depending on how big your chicken breast is. Also, load shedding tip. If you know you don't have a lot of time, pound the chicken breast first, flatten it out, create more surface area. It's going to cook like in half the time.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Nice little
Next
hack
thing.
there.
Lettuce.
Lettuce.
This is the one time that I feel iceberg lettuce is appropriate when it comes to topping like tacos. And iceberg lettuce, I feel they get a bad rap.
It's fresh and it's got a beautiful texture. It's going to pop out. Yeah, I agree with you. It's going to add a lot to a taco.
A lot. So we're going to create some pickled red onions, and you're going to do this for me.
Okay.
When you're pickling, you need to add an acid, okay? That can be vinegar, that can be any citrus. Today our citrus is lime. So
because lime and Mexican go incredibly well together.
Lime juice over your red onion.
All over, yeah?
There, and then we've got that lime seasoning, the lime and chili.
Oh, this is so exciting.
This, stirred through softened butter on your steak when it comes off the grill.
Ooh,
Can you tell I'm
clever.
excited?
How much do I need of this?
You know what? You do this by your heart. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling?
You feel it.
Okay, cool. Let's go. So, the next thing I want to talk about is there's also refried beans at Woolies, and it's better than some of the Mexican restaurants I've had in Cape Town. It is magical. You can use that, add that to this taco to make it more substantial. Then they've also got this, and I was very surprised to see this, roasted peanut and chili salsa. You're like, huh? What? And then you taste it.
Can I?
And then your
Can
mind
I taste
is
some
blown.
right
I'm
this
going
very
to get
second?
you. I'm gonna get you a
Give me
fork.
one of the mini forks. I think these were designed specifically for peanut salsa tasting.
It is magical. It's nutty, it's spicy, it's slightly tangy. It's like, your brain is like, what?
That is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Beautiful. Honestly, so good. So, okay, you've got that done. Then we've got these jalapenos, which I held up a little earlier, in a smoky brine. So you got that fire, you got that acidity, and then a bit of smokiness comes through. It's delicious.
I mean, and that's going to work well with all of these flavor profiles. The smokiness with the chipotle as well.
Okay, here you go. Okay,
Perfect. Okay.
Grab your taco, grab your taco shell.
Okay, I've got
the
a
taco
taco.
shells we just heated up in the oven. Okay. You know what we actually did? We just popped it over the little grids in the oven and heated them up with the nice and warm. Yeah, absolutely.
That. Another hack.
Hey, we tried.
How many
Okay.
hacks can you squeeze into one 5-minute segment, man?
How I do this, I end off with the lettuce on top. Because you don't want to wilt it at the bottom and then it gets soft. And the word is actually fillet. Have you heard about that
Fillet,
word?
yeah,
you don't want your
it's in the
lettuce
dictionary. Yeah,
yes,
no, if you
okay,
look
so
it up.
lettuce goes on top. So
And
you
they
go.
actually use a picture of a fillet lettuce next to it to show you what it means.
Yes.
Okay. What's first? What's
okay.
first?
Okay, so go for it.
Am I allowed to just go?
You build your own. It's what I love about this dish as well. Because you put out everything on the table.
The danger with anything like this, you're going to overload it.
Don't overload it. Okay, so
that's enough.
Hard taco shells are my favorite because it's exciting. Because it's hard, it's going to break slightly. How are you going to save it? That's the thing.
With your mouth.
With your mouth, with your face. You're going to catch it. Okay. Chicken goes down.
You can put a bit of pickle.
And the pickle marinates in about 10 minutes. And the longer you leave it in the pickle, the more intense it gets. I'm going to go for some... okay, I'm going to go for some of these jalapenos.
Yes, please. Can I have some of that? And I definitely want some of that peanut salsa. That's the...
you go for it. You go for it. So, there is a method to how you eat a taco. And I've said this before, okay? You don't turn the taco to accommodate you.
You turn
yourself to accommodate the taco.
Okay, I need some peanut. That's one last thing.
Last thing, there we go.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So I didn't arrange any music for you before the time. So I'm going to provide the music. Okay. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to hold your taco, and instead of you turning the taco, because you can't turn it. If you turn it, everything's going to fall out.
Exactly.
So you've got to like move
I'm making a mess here, so I apologize in
advance. And then you go in. Okay. You turn.
Maximum turnage.
Yes.
Okay.
Bow. 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 Did you feel it? Did you feel it? Right? It is so good. And you've got to step back from the table a little bit. You're going to make a little mess, but that's what it's all about.
Yeah. You got some good mouth sound there.
This is good. You need to try this recipe.
Maximum crunchage. If you want this recipe right now, woolworths.co.za is where this Mexican inspiration can be found. But I would challenge yourself. Get to a Woolies now. Start delving into their new range of products on the Mexican side.
It's a flavor fiesta,
it is. It's a flavor fiesta. If you missed any of the steps, this is how we did it. Go one more.
Good Breakfast Show, the final few minutes of the show, and we're back on the Expresso stage with singer, songwriter, 15 years old, Lissa Heyman, who is going to perform a cover of the song Run by Matthew Mole, who is an idol, who just happens to be one of her favorite artists as well. So Matthew Mole, this one is just for you. Take it away.
Thank you. I'm gonna find that this way I'm never gonna break my bones. And if you find that this way you're never gonna be alone, alone, alone. You're gonna run away from this storm. You'll be ashamed forever and ever. You gotta come and lay it all down, 'cause you can face whatever the weather, and you will see these arms are open, and you are gonna feel this love that's spoken to me. It's spoken to me. I'm gonna find that this way I'm never gonna break my bones. And if you find that this way you're never gonna be alone. You think you've done a little too much. You need to see the potential in this heart. There will never be a problem so tough. You can always run back to the start, where you will see these arms are open, and you are gonna feel this love that's spoken to me, where you will see these arms are open, and you are gonna feel this love that's spoken to me. It's spoken to me. I'm gonna find that this way I'm never gonna break my bones. And if you find that this way you're never gonna be alone.
Love you, Lissa!
That was just for you, Lissa Heyman, 15 years old. Can you
Matthew would have
believe
loved that.
I actually sent him a video.
Did you?
He doesn't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be an amazing response, trust me.
Oh, he's such a lovely guy. He will absolutely love it. The tone of her voice, just perfect for this. Can't believe she's only getting going.
And she's only 15 years old.
Crazy. Can I tell you how inspiring it's been? All these amazing young singer-songwriters that we've had on the show over the last couple of weeks.
That's been a theme, throughout the show. I'm just like, where do you guys...
I know. We've been
At 15 hours of doing this at all.
for too long. Absolutely brilliant. Clearly, the future of music in this country is in good hands. Really, really inspired today.
And it's our responsibility to actually make sure that those young artists are actually uplifted by us. And I think that whenever you consume a new artist, I think post about it and make some noise about it, because someone's going to pick it up, and that's how their career develops. And I think it's in our hands, too, to support the vocals from the locals.
Well, it's funny you say it, because this show has become a little bit of a tipping point for a lot of artists. There's something about being on this show that translates to radio airplay, that just translates to maybe a few more gigs. This is the right time to do it. So support local where you can. We are so proud to be able to do it on the show. Uncle.
Look, your uncle actually has an apology. I'm really sorry for beating you, Craig.
I think you need to buy that shirt.
I know, you spanked me, man. It's fine. But it was well worth it. I've had fried ice cream. I've had tacos. It's been an amazing morning. You guys have been amazing at home. Thank you for joining us and weighing in on social media. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. And never forget, we love you.
Uncle loves you.
Adios.
Nothing beats being free for breakfast with the team or having family brunches for life as it used to be. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.